You're 1,000 miles away, but if you come while I'm away, stay tonight, stay tonight, yeah, stay tonight. If you come while I'm away, yeah, stay tonight.
And now, the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
And welcome to the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Clinton Stanley. I'm here with Grandma's boy, Ryan Maddox.
What's up, what's up?
We're also here with the hunt dog, Hunter Venable.
Wow.
I don't know why I'm Grandma's boy.
Because every message you sent me this week regarding anything that we're trying to do is my grandma's in there, bro.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. So I went there. Figured why
I
not?
jumped Hunter on that too. Just like what Hunter's going to say doesn't matter because my feelings were hurt by the Grandma's boy thing.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Hunter. Can you forgive me?
I forgive you, but
Okay.
for sure. My mind instantly went to like you live in your grandma's basement or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That's where I went. So.
Goodness gracious. Anywho, so what's going on with you guys? Ryan, I know Grandma's in town, so it's probably just that and cookies. Hunter, what's going on in your life, buddy? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just been working.
That's all you got for me?
Yeah.
We lead to the show and then you just tell me I've been working. This isn't the Delirious Worker Gaming Podcast.
Hey, that's part of being a delirious dad. Means you got to work.
That's
you got to
right.
supply for your
Gotta
family.
work. Gotta
Fist
bring
bump
home
that.
the bacon.
Yeah.
Fist bump. There you
Bring
go.
home the bacon or the bread if you're a vegetarian, right? Good get
Right.
that bread.
Right.
Mhm.
So I've been getting that bread, and then we had. I'm really sore today, if you want to know that, because we had a church basketball game last night.
Mm.
And man, my legs all day at work today were just hating me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to just
Like you
go
had a
home.
church basketball game versus another church, or you had a church basketball game like the people from church against each
We all
other.
got together and we played a game
I like
together.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I found out that Hunter likes to rock the 90s basketball look.
Yeah.
Him and another friend of ours, Aaron, who I was calling White Lightning because he was just completely just head to toe in a little white outfit. But he could play. He could ball. So, you had all these guys out there playing basketball, and then you had this guy, myself, short, stubby wrestler. I
Yeah.
have no hand-eye coordination when it comes to catching the ball, or
Yeah.
dribbling the ball, or passing the ball. So I quickly found out, or they quickly found out, probably about 10 minutes into the game, all of a sudden they quit passing to me, and I was just there to kind of run around and somewhat guard people, and I also probably fouled a few people while we were
Oh
at
yeah,
it,
yeah.
because,
You were there for the Christian fellowship. They were there to play ball.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So I think complimented on our chat already in Twitch and said that Clinton's voice sounds echoey.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. How's that? Is that better?
It's probably a little delayed, so I have to wait a
probably is
couple
a
minutes
little
before I
delayed.
get a message from her.
Doesn't sound echoey on my end, so that's weird.
Well, it's because, I somehow had the cam video from Skype turned on, so,
Oh,
There you go.
yeah. But that should, hopefully,
That should do it.
yeah.
That's funny because Clint finally got like a nice high-end, podcast mic, and so it's real good to hear somebody say he sounded bad right after he got that set up.
Well, no,
wow.
it wasn't.
Somehow that
but it-
brought joy to me.
But it had nothing to do with the mic, so
Right? Yeah.
that's
yeah.
where you'd be wrong. But that's okay.
It still felt
Getting under
good.
his skin.
No, it
Can't be
didn't.
wrong
As soon as
about
we got
feeling
this-
good about the
Yeah,
harm
right there.
that my brother
Yeah, you
went
sound
through.
a ton better,
Okay.
and
good.
you're totally awesome.
I don't think it says that.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm reading it too. Nice try though.
Okay, well,
Anywho, as for me, I did not just eat cookies. Actually, I don't remember having a single cookie. had plenty of other things. Friday we grilled up some deer and some steaks, and I think it was just like chunks off the leg of the deer. Like it wasn't nothing, no specific area. It was off the hindquarter leg.
Okay.
And it was good. It was marinated, and we just threw it on the grill, seared it up. Everybody's weird about eating deer that has any kind of red in it. Like, I'm just that guy, man. I don't care. I don't want it to be dry. I want to leave it with a little bit of pink. I want a little drip. You know, when I'm biting into that meat, that means it's good.
So,
but a lot of people with deer, it's not like beef. You know, they don't want it that way.
Right.
Well, it's because of the worms. You know.
Well, yeah, but venison's so lean, anyways. If you cook it, it's just.
You're cutting out to pieces right now, Booster.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you are right.
I got my booster in here anyway.
If you do cook it like all the way, like you would like a pork chop or something, you're done.
Yeah.
You've screwed that pooch. Yep.
Yeah, it's too late for all that.
But so yeah, we did that. We had some, I toasted some bread on there on the grill too, and we had some like spinach dip and played some games, some Uno with the fam.
Okay.
And can't remember what else we did, but we hung out, talked, visited, and did the family thing, and then went back home, and then I picked my grandma up from there. She was at my dad's. She lives down like hours away.
Mm-hmm.
We picked her up on Sunday after church and church lunch. Picked her up and brought her over here and just hung out around the house. Played some Sorry, ate some dinner, had some super bomb. My wife makes really, really good Alfredo.
Okay.
And anybody can make Alfredo, like open up the jar and pour that, but when you make like homemade Alfredo, it's a whole nother game. And she makes the sauce. It's so good. And she made it. And she never made this one before. She just was like, let's do it. So she made chicken bacon ranch Alfredo, which was just her regular Alfredo sauce with rotisserie chicken and pre-cooked bacon.
Okay. It sounds really good.
The ranch didn't exist. It just, the Alfredo was the ranch.
Chicken bacon Alfredo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it was good. It was definitely the bomb. So we ate that, and then this morning we hung out a little while, and I drove my grandma back home. So that's why it's been Grandma's Boy.
Oh, yeah. I like it. I just have to give you a hard time because yesterday it was Grandma. Today it was Grandma. Did I forget about Grandma? Yes. I'm sorry. I forgot about Grandma. It's weird to me because you never talk about Grandma. So it's like, wow. Now Grandma's here. Didn't know that was the thing. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's a good delirious dad.
But I am the guy who kind of never talks about anybody, right? Like my sister's on here. I love her. She listens to our show. Do I talk about her? Not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I talk about my brother or my dad? Unless I'm talking bad about him. Not really. Just kidding. But not kidding. But yeah. So I'm just that guy. I don't really, unless something's going on with somebody.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on with that somebody.
Typical like textbook male.
Yep.
If we were being sexist.
Yep.
You'd be a textbook male.
We are being sexist because we're males.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Not Hunter though.
There.
Hunter's that new age guy. He's not like that anymore.
He's a millennial.
Yeah. What do you have to say for the millennials, Hunter?
I care about people's feelings.
Yeah. Justin McGinnis says yeehaw. So I think that's a reference to you, Hunter.
I steered right into that. Steered right into what you wanted me to say there, I think.
He's good at that. He's a very good manipulator. You can't trust him.
Wow.
They said yeehaw. I'm more of a yee guy.
Yee? Oh, yeah.
The turtle guy?
That's millennial too, The yee.
No, that's old person that you're doing. Well, whatever you just did is old man.
Yeah.
No, because old people can't even make that sound.
It's like the country boy song.
They can.
Well, hey,
Gibsons.
Are one of you guys going to ask me what's going on with me, or am I just going to have to
you just gotta
force my way
yourself.
in like at the buffet line?
You talked about the basketball game, and I thought that was what was going on with you. I'm sorry. I didn't know
I
you
got
needed
more
spotlight.
going on.
I didn't know you needed more spotlight. Go for it.
Well, hey,
let's roll out the red carpet.
It's not
everybody.
For me. It has to do with being a dad. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and announce to the world. In a little over a week, next Wednesday, April 24th, if Annalyse Marie has not come yet, she will be coming on that day. We're going to be induction day, Wednesday.
Amen. But take her from that womb. Time for her to enter this world.
That's right.
Right.
Yep.
She's
28 weeks. She's going to, or what do you mean, 38 weeks, I mean.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be fine. She's ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. So
That's pretty
I need
crazy.
everybody to believe with me, though, that she's coming on the 20th.
yeah. Oh,
I told
420
Rory
down there.
that she was coming next Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
She was just super pumped, like, what? Huh? And I was like, yeah, next week.
I told
Next week? Yeah, next week.
I
Just super
told
pumped.
Claire, but I don't think the lights came on. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like
Like,
oh, yeah,
the
no,
baby that you only have in your head right now that lives in your mom,
Mhm.
she's going to be here.
But when
in
she's
real
here,
life.
it's going to be a whole nother level.
And you are going to be ignored. No, that's messed up.
Does she even
It's kinda messed
grasp
up.
the idea of weeks, though, yet?
Probably just starting.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you say next week. I mean, I don't think she probably processed how long that actually is.
No, because
Yeah, I remember Rory when she was at that stage. It was more like the talk her through. Well, how long is that? Okay, well, like how long it is from today to tomorrow is, right? Yeah, and then that long again. Okay, and then that long again. Oh, it's gonna be forever. That's about as far as you got in that conversation about how long the week is.
Yes. So I think since we're getting into the conversation about kids, we might as well roll into talking about the kids.
We already are talking about the kids. I feel like you're saying let's roll into Epic Dad's Epic Results.
Epic results.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Results.
I like
Results.
Epic Dads, Epic Results.
All right, so that's Epic Dads, Epic Results, all about the kiddos, all about dadding, and yeah, I'm getting ready to be a dad again, dad number 2, really exciting. A lot to do this week. It's going to be a very busy week for myself. Got some packing
You guys
to
have
do.
done so much. How could you have anything more to do?
I don't know. I'm with a woman that makes lists,
You guys are overachievers. You guys are like those
I'm not
people.
an overachiever.
Well, whatever.
I've
You
been
guys are
good
looked
for a
at.
month.
Yeah, but you still get the credit for it. Like later, like if other people come over to your house and they don't know you intimately, they're just like, "Wow, you guys are that couple that just has everything perfectly ready and everything in order," and it's like Lottie freaking da, real people out there that we just hope we're ready when the baby gets here. We have a couple things and we hope the family shows up because if not, we're screwed.
Right, right.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Well, unless it's your first kid. Like Hunter, I'm sure he's that person right now. I mean, they're on it. They're ready.
Oh, yeah.
First kids are kind of always that way.
I don't got nothing ready yet.
But I think it goes back to the thing of last time my appendix ruptured and it kind of turned into chaos. And we didn't really reach out like we should have to people. And so it just became this stressful ball for my wife. And so I think there's a little bit of that anxiety that goes into this time.
You know what I just realized? And this
What?
is worth interrupting for.
Okay.
Your screen, you got a new webcam because you just look sexy.
Me?
Like it just hit me and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He's over there in 16 by 9. He's not square in 480p. Like, what is happening here? Like, I could
Thank
see
you.
your stubble. You did
Yeah.
get a webcam, didn't you?
I
Did
did.
you see how he lit up, Ryan?
Yeah, you just loved it.
Me?
Just can't help it. Folks on the podcast, I'm smiling big right now. I'm getting
Yeah.
a little flushed, a little bit of red on the cheeks.
Mm-hmm. That red sure looks
Good
good on
shirt.
you. Looks like it's Valentine's Day going on over there. Your
Right.
cheeks are all red.
This
I
is
like
my
it.
HBK, my Showstopper shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't
it's
going to mention
written.
it because this is the gaming podcast,
Yeah.
not the
I
pro
got you.
wrestling podcast.
Oh, yeah, there's pro wrestling games, though, so that's all you got to do
Yeah.
is mention that, and now we're good.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. Tied it in.
Yep.
So anything exciting with the kiddos on your end, Ryan?
Oh, probably today I had a story with Grandma, so we can connect the Grandma, because I'm Grandma's boy today,
There you
and we
go.
can connect the kid, too. So I'm riding, and I'm out there riding my mower. I'm finally getting down, I don't know how to explain it, but we've been clearing a bunch of the property and getting it to where it's like mowable. So if you were to look at it, it still looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because it's still tall, but everything that's there is like smaller than a pinky, and there's no boulders and rocks in the way anymore. So now it's like go through it and lop the rest down with the mower. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So all the hard work's done, pretty much, on that side of things. So
Right.
today I finally started mowing down some of those tall sections and making it look like yard. And I'm out there mowing, and I decided to get Rory on the mower with me. And she was like, oh, yeah, and kids forget things at her age. Like, she's 5, but she forgets till she gets on the mower. Oh, I've done this before. And she starts remembering riding on the mower last year. And so we're riding, and she's just having a blast. And all of a sudden, we did a couple circles around the yard area, and it's real slow, because we're trying not to break the mower on all this thick stuff we're mowing.
Right.
And so I'm coming forward, and Grandma doesn't realize, I can't just, like, speed up or anything, because we're in a rough terrain area, kind of, and we got to make sure it's my first time mowing all this tall stuff. And so I am driving, and all of a sudden I see her, and my grandma, she's dramatic, and I know that, right? Like, if she wasn't a dramatic grandma, I would have just kind of, like, freaked out and probably ended up, messing up my mower and everything. But I know my grandma, so I'm sitting there. I look over her, and she's at the porch, and she's just waving like this. Her mouth's open. And I'm, like, trying not to laugh because I don't want to, like, let her know, like, I don't care about what's happening. But I already know it's going to be something not as big of a deal as she's making it,
right.
And so I'm taking a little bit of time getting there because I need to turn my blades off, and I need to kind of make sure I don't hit these stumps on the way over. I could just jump off the mower, but Rory's on my lap, so I'm driving over so I could see, because I'm assuming it's not going to be a big deal, And so, as I'm doing it, I can just see the panic setting in on her. Like, why are you not hurrying? And I can see her eyes start to water, like she's about to start crying.
Really?
So it finally hits me, like, maybe this time
it wasn't.
It's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's something real. So I do get a little bit panicked as I'm pulling over there. I finally get over there, and I stop the mower, and I'm like, what's going on? And she says, Ryan, I was looking out the back window. She said, there was this huge snake.
No.
And the chickens were just going crazy. I said, a huge snake? What did it look like? And I'm thinking, oh, no, at first I said, you mean outside while you were inside? She says, yeah. She doesn't register what I'm saying. You were in the house with the doors closed, and you saw a snake outside and lost your mind and came to find me. So I'm like, okay, what did the snake look like? She said it had a red stripe and like 2 yellow stripes, and I'm like, anybody who's ever lived in this world knows that's a garter snake. Like the most non-lethal or dangerous snake that exists, that is in everybody's backyard, even in the middle of the city, And so I'm like, that's a garter snake, Grandma. It's not dangerous. Are you sure? I'm just scared to death of snakes. I'm like, clearly, you're scared to death of snakes. Where was it at so we can make sure just to be safe?
Point.
Oh, yeah. So I'm like, where was it at? She's so panicked. She can't remember what window she looked out. Like, she can't even get her head in the... so I have to ask her, was it in the yard or was it on the porch or what? Yeah, it was back behind whatever door is in the living room. I'm like, well, there's 2 doors. One faces the front porch and one faces the back porch. And she finally comes around the corner and she was like, I think I was looking out that door. She still doesn't even know. I'm like, okay. So it was on the porch? Yes. And its head was all reared up like it's a cobra or something. I'm like, okay, Grandma. I've never seen a garter snake with its head up, but, I'll take you at your word for it.
Right.
Anyways, she said the chickens, they were all in a fussle and a hustle, and they ran around the front porch.
On a fussle and a hustle. I've not heard that.
Yeah. They wanted to get out of there. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to look for it, but it probably went under the porch, so we're probably not going to find it. Well, I'm just walking around the porch, like, just to kind of appease her, so she's not scared to death to come outside. And sure enough, I see just out of the corner of my eye, under these shrubs we had to the left, the tip of the tail just, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, there it is. But when you can't see the snake, you can't trust Grandma that it was a striped snake.
Right.
It very well could have been a water moccasin, or something else. So I go over there. Yeah, our copperhead. So I start moving the bush a little bit till it comes out. Sure enough, it's just a regular garter snake. And so I grab it, and it's a pretty big one. It's about that long, maybe slightly longer.
Yeah. How long is about that long?
Kind of average size.
Well, I'm just
bigger
asking because of the audio podcast.
What'd you say?
I was just asking.
How long's about that long? I would say it was maybe 2 foot.
2 foot, okay.
Which you catch a lot of garter snakes. They're like a little over a foot, so it was decent size for a garter snake.
Gotcha.
Anyways, I grab it. And Rory says, it's not poisonous, right? And I said, nope, it's not poisonous. And Grandma still, are you sure? She's super panicked. Tiff just happened to come home right in the middle of all this. And then Rory just runs right over, so I can touch it, I can look at it. And she's just right on top of it. You can tell that's just scaring my grandma so bad. And I'm like, yeah, and I call my grandma over so my 5-year-old can teach my 83-year-old grandma how to identify a dangerous snake. You know what I mean? I say, okay, Rory, how do you know it's not poisonous? She says, well, she looks at it for a second. It doesn't have a triangular head like vipers have. And I'm like, yep, okay, what else? Well, its pupils are round and not slits. I say, exactly. So it's not poisonous in Oklahoma, right? She said, right. I said, okay, Grandma. Now, next time, you don't have to be so upset about a garter snake, And she's like, I'm just scared to death of snakes. A snake's a snake, That's how some people are.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Well, then, of course, for her, I take the snake and I just let it go under the porch. And I say, well, we don't want those snakes to be gone because they kill other poisonous snakes and they eat rats and mice. So they're really a good snake to have around when you live in the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. You can tell she's just like, you are crazy. Like, what is
crazy.
wrong with you?
Crazy.
But I was definitely a funny story, one. But I was proud that in the middle of all that chaos, my 5-year-old stayed calm and was able to identify whether it was poisonous or not poisonous.
I like that.
Yeah, so that was a good moment.
Hey, you know what I'm not proud of?
No.
Is that I've created an issue with my daughter, which is a fear of the big bad wolf. Like, not a fear of the big bad wolf, more like a obsession with the big bad wolf. Yeah. More like a lock the door, big bad wolf's going to come get me.
More like Big Bad Wolf's the boogeyman.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Clint, I warned you about this.
I know you warned me. You did.
I warned you about this.
I used it.
Hey, what do we have here? Is that okay?
It. Yeah, it's fine. I used it at the beginning as like a, hey, don't make me call the big bad wolf, right? And now it's more like... Oh, boy,
you should not have done that.
Right. And so now it's more like when things happen... Okay, well, I'll give you an example. We were at church Sunday, and every Sunday, I don't want her to have a bunch of balloons.
Mm-hmm.
And every Sunday, because she's Claire, she gets spoiled, and people give her balloons, and, in the end of the world, it's just balloons. At some point, it's crazy. Anywho, so she has like at least, and I'm not kidding you when I say this, probably 14 balloons in the car. And so we're on our way. So we're on our way back from lunch, and she's saying she wants me to roll the window down. And so, without thinking, I rolled the window down. And it's like not even 30 seconds after I roll that window down, you just hear, you see all the balloons just go out the window, right past Claire. She just starts crying. And she says, Big Bad Wolf blew and took my balloons.
Wow.
I said, no, that was the wind, Claire.
That's good.
No, wind. No. But it was an association with, it must have been, when there's wind, there must be the Big Bad Wolf around.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's...
Hunter warned you about that because...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Hunter warned you about that because most of those stories, like the boogeyman and those kind of things, that's why they were invented, to scare kids into not doing bad things.
Right.
Like, 'cause that's a normal thing. You're not the first person to do it.
Yeah.
That's what happened back in the day. And they say, hey, boogeyman's going to come out from the closet if you don't do this, you don't do that. And that's kind of where a lot of those birthed from.
Right.
Yeah,
well, I could have did what my
bad.
grandmother did and just tell the story of the big black toe.
Wow.
Which the gist of the story of the big
it
black
sounds
toe.
racist right off the bat.
And
it's
you're
not
still
racist,
digging
though.
the same hole that you started with the Big Bad Wolf. So.
No. It's not racist. It's just a story about this boy that's digging out in the dirt, and he finds this severed toe, and it's covered in dirt. And so he takes the toe home, washes it. Anyway, in the story, it ends up belonging to like a dead corpse out in the fields, right, or whatever. And so the corpse comes back to life looking for his toe. And so in the story, he stalks up to the house, and then she scares you with a jump scare. But then the way she used it was that toe would be coming, and so she would thump on things. Like when me and my cousin Brittany were being bad, she would like thump on something next to the furniture. If we were driving down the road, she'd thump on the back metal part, and so that toe was following us, keeping an eye on us.
That big black toe.
Yeah, so I always had this image of this toe with like razor blades for toenails. and that
What a
sucker
weird
was,
image.
was like going to take off my fingers and my toes, you know, if I hung them off
Really?
the bed. Yeah.
Like it was jealous that you still had your toes.
Right. So it was coming back.
Okay.
It was coming back for revenge.
Interesting.
It was not an entity of good.
Hmm.
It was pure
Someone
evil.
on the Twitch stream, I think, if I even know how to read, I think it's
Discord?
Christian Boy,
Christian
Yeah,
boy.
but they just put Discord, like with an
Yeah.
exclamation mark. Don't know what that means. So don't know if you guys do.
I'm not
but-
sure either.
Okay, figured I'd throw that out there.
Christian boy,
once.
what does Discord mean? Do you mean do we have a
He
Discord
may be
channel?
asking if we use Discord. Maybe he wants to get our Discord for when we game or something.
Gotcha,
I don't know.
gotcha.
Usually,
Yeah, we
I
do.
think that's
We
what
do.
they're-
We have a Delirious Dads.
Well, we'd have to
gaming
probably
Discord,
find that at some
but
other
we'd have
time.
to send you an invite.
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry.
But if you're asking what
Uh,
we're recording on, we're recording through CleanFeed,
Mm-hmm.
which is a web browser that is like a audio chat.
Mm-hmm.
Works a little bit better than Skype does on sound quality.
What about you, Hunter? Any
Well,
epic results of husbandry
I
or
don't know if I
future
can
fathery?
follow
Is that a
you
word?
guys up, but
Is that a word, fathery?
fathery.
Fathery?
Fathering is, but I don't know about fathery.
Okay. Like husbandry?
Husbandry.
Fathered?
100.
Is husbandry a word?
I mean, it works. It may not be a real word, but that one works.
Okay.
The fathery doesn't. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Better makes you feel good. Yeah, not much. I just been able to feel Rhett more and more, and Natalie's belly's growing more and more. I guess a husband win is that I'm able to cook, so I'm able to kind of meet Natalie's cravings a lot. So the other night we made, she's been talking about how she wants red beans and rice, so
Okay.
I made some Cajun style red beans and rice. It's pretty slapping, which is code for good.
Slapping.
guys don't
So when
know
you
that,
make
guys-
That's
slapping,
a millennial thing. Slapping.
when you make, no, it's not. When you make slapping red beans and rice, right?
Mhm.
Are they like slapping the taste buds with heat, or just like a really good flavor, or what are we
No,
talking about? Like some red
Yeah,
beans
what
and
is
rice
slapping?
are not
'Cause
spicy
obviously
at
I don't
all.
know.
Right,
Some red
and
beans and rice are.
I traditionally would put spice in mine because I love Cajun flavors and I think spicy is alongside that. But
Yes.
since my wife is pregnant and everything gives her heartburn right
Mm.
now, didn't do that.
Yeah.
And so I just put the spice in my own, you know. But no, I call everything slapping that's good. You know, it's so good it gives you a slap. You know?
Okay. Oh,
Yep.
okay. I
Well,
do
slap
like
it,
that.
yeah.
See,
Make
once
daddy
you.
happy.
He was like, "Oh, slap your mama, that's good," you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
so hot makes you want to
But
slap
we
your
just shortened
mama.
it to
Mama.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
So you just shorten it. That's a lot of the lingo, you know. It's like you just shorten the words now. So when
Okay.
you taste something good, it was slapping.
So it is kind of millennial then, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
You know that didn't start with slapping your mama. That was an adjustment that was millennial before. Before it was knee slapping good. Like you ate something, woo! You smack your leg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then slowly that was like, ooh, baby, want to slap your mama. And then, ooh,
Okay.
that's slapping. Like that slowly. And then just, oh, that's slapping, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
With no emotion,
Slapping,
right?
cut.
Just leave it.
Oh, bro, those beans are slapping, man.
Slapping, son.
Yeah. Sometimes you might even put like an SH on there. That's slapping.
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 Slapping good.
So I made some
Right.
slapping beans.
So that
I made
cold
some
Chinese
slapping
food I had
beans.
was slapping.
I'm proud of that.
Slapping.
Proud of you. Now, the
But
problem
in-
is with beans is sometimes they also make your butt cheeks slap.
Yeah. I haven't had any problems with my red beans. It's pretty good.
A little fire with
Yeah,
a little
that's
slap. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been pretty good. But other than that, yep, just getting ready for Rhett, getting his room ready. We got
Hey, Hunter, I got to tell you, man, you've got a pregnant wife, right? And you got a child on the way.
yes.
You being able to supply a variety of tastes for her ever-wondering palate is not a small story. You need to give
Sure.
yourself more credit.
It's
Yeah.
it's
It's
a
a big
big
thing.
deal.
Yeah.
It's much more than I can
I
do.
mean, it is kind of cool because it's like, you know, wake up some mornings and she's like, I want banana pancakes. I'm like, let's see what we got. And I can just make them real easy, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
French
yeah.
toast
I
when she
love
wants it.
banana pancakes.
Anything.
Put a
Man, you have
little
my
peanut
mouth
butter
watering
on
just
it
by
on
saying
top
that.
and a little bit of
Yes.
syrup. Yeah.
Boom. Or honey and cinnamon. I go two different ways. Sometimes
you can
peanut
do
butter,
that. Yeah.
sometimes honey cinnamon.
You
Little
do the
side
crunchy
trail.
peanut butter with a little, I
No,
don't
why
know.
would you put the crunch on
You
there?
don't like crunch?
That's something Black Toe would do. Like to haunt kids.
Oh, okay. He put, okay. That
Yeah.
makes
Little
no
rabbit
sense.
trail here. Have you
It's
guys ever
big
had
black
chicken
trail.
and waffles?
No.
Yes.
chicken and waffles before? You never had chicken and waffles?
No, I don't think I have.
Wow. Well, the other week I went home. It was when Annalyse out of town, and I made chicken and waffles for my parents.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like a Asian spin on it. So I fried the chicken. It was a little zesty. And then I infused the syrup, the maple syrup, with a little sriracha. And so that sriracha syrup drizzled over the top and a little bit of toasted sesame seeds, bro. That was slapping.
Slappin'. I could probably try that.
Oh, Ryan
Ryan
you're
is
muted.
gone. Ryan
Or he
is
left
gone.
clean feet or something.
Oh, what I said was really funny, too. Sorry, let
what'd
me
you
just
say?
say it again and act like I was never muted.
Okay, recut. Go.
Infused, for you country boys, is just a word for mixed.
Wow. I'm not even going to go down
I don't know if that
road.
was funny. That was a little more racist than it was funny. That's all right.
I know.
Wow,
Right.
what?
What? Hmm?
That was not racist. You're racist for even hearing
No.
racist in that.
Whoa. Oh, is that the new thing now? If it's racist, you're racist because you heard it racist.
That was not racist.
That's like a Trumpism right there.
Listen,
That's
I
a
literally
Trumpism.
meant not country boys as in you hickeys out there with mixed kids, like whatever you're talking about. I'm talking about the fact that Hunter, because he's a chef, had to use the fancy word infused, which
Okay.
really at that moment was just meaning I mixed the two.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay. Well, I was
Clint,
I was
man,
halfway
get your
there.
head out of the gutter, bro.
I was halfway there, bro.
Wow.
He
Well, 'cause
heard,
you
he
just
heard
went-
the
you
word
just-
mixed and instantly thought people.
Oh,
Well,
somebody's
no.
half black.
Yeah.
No,
It's
because the
half
way he
black
said
toe
it
coming
too.
to get me.
Well, no, you
That
threw
boy's
in
infused.
you threw in the country boy part too.
We're good.
What'd you do? Drop
I dump
something?
water on my keyboard. There's a first time for everything.
The whole stream just goes. You just see a screen just.
We're good, though. We're good.
Oh, that would be done, folks, because he would not have another screen. He doesn't have any backups of anything.
Nah.
So one more
He
little
just
thing.
borrowed one from the church.
Oh my gosh.
Burn.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm still on my stories, right? Am I still on my stories?
Yeah, you're still in your stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Sorry.
one more little thing. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
So Natalie is getting me. I already told you guys this, but she, my wife is a she. She's getting me a grill for my birthday / Father's Day. It's gonna be my first Father's Day, right? So I'm really pumped about that. I've been wanting. I've just always had a little charcoal grill, which is
Yeah.
still good. Puts flavor, real good flavor. But I've kind of wanted a gas grill or something. But she surprised me and she's getting me a Traeger grill. If you guys don't know what a Traeger grill is out there, it's a really fancy grill. It's nice. It actually burns wood pellets, so it cooks for you, but it also infuses some, woody type aromas and tastes into your meats and stuff like that because it's got the actual pellets it burns.
Yeah.
Are you
can
saying the wood smoke
crossover
taste
can be-
mixes with the food you're cooking?
That's a completely different way of what you said earlier. Anywho.
Clinton's like, I don't want any infused pellets in my
Yeah.
grill.
You guys.
I only want straight up uninfused wood in
Hey,
my grill.
I do not
I'm-
do infused in this area.
I am not going to get into this conversation. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Now, can you dry the keyboard on it? That's the question. Because Ryan's over there right now, just looking like he's over there wiping down a baby.
You could, as long as you didn't put it straight on the grill, if it was hanging in there, you could dry it in there. You'd smell smoky probably after that.
That's all right. I'd be all
So
about
what's-
like a smoky mouse, smoky microphone.
Yeah. Well, super cool part about this grill is that you can grill, obviously, because it's a grill. You can also smoke in it, and you can use it as kind of a dry heat oven. So it's got like multiple purposes. It's not just a gas grill. So
Right.
I'm super pumped about it. Like
That sounds awesome.
my the chef geek in me is going off on this. I'm just excited for it. It's coming.
When is Father's Day?
March, right? No, May.
May?
Isn't it in May?
I know Mother's Day's in May. When's Father's Day?
Ryan, do you know when Father's Day is? I can't. Are you muted, buddy?
Yeah,
You
he's
muted
muted.
again?
Not coming
We
through
can't
on
hear
our
ya.
end, buddy.
Did
Not-
clean feed time out for you? No, she wouldn't be able to hear us.
I bet he muted himself.
Just flip my mic down when I was
Oh,
doing all
okay.
that fancy business.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
How
Yeah,
old do you
he
think
said-
that keyboard is, by the way? You think it's 2 months old?
The keyboard?
Yeah. It's not
No,
very
I got it
old.
before Christmas season,
Oh, okay.
so it's 6 months old.
Hey, that's a record.
It didn't
for
spill
you.
a ton on it. I panicked when it started to tip, and I kind of did the ooh, and then it did the
Yeah.
splash. You know, yeah, we're good. I think though. I
Hey.
unplugged it while I dried it.
Not to
Hey,
get
Rachel.
off Father's Day, but Ryan's got kind of a cool, like, he's got like the orange suspenders going. He looks kind of like that one chick in that movie of Bruce Willis.
Oh, wow. Really? You can go Fifth Element?
Yeah, Fifth Element. That's what I was thinking.
Wow.
Obviously,
My
he's not that
suspenders
chick.
make me look like the woman in Fifth Element.
Yeah, because she wears the
Interesting.
orange suspenders with her little
Yeah.
jumpsuit looking thing.
These are red. Do they look orange on there?
To me, they do.
Hey,
They're like
Ryan,
deep
next
red.
Next time, just wear the suspenders and it'll look even more like Fifth Element.
The views
Mm.
would be off the chain.
Yeah.
You see that? That was a shortening. Off the chain.
Wow.
No, that's from
What
the
did,
90s.
what did
yeah.
you shorten?
Yeah.
What was it before?
Off the chain, my dog. It's a
No.
It's just off the chain. There you go. Didn't know I had that one in me, did you?
That was good.
I
That
wish
was
I
almost as
hope
good as
you-
my basketball skills this weekend.
Hey, I hope
Wow.
I hope you spoke like that in the 90s.
Man,
That was off the chain,
my dog.
my dog. Hey, bro, you super cool, bro, because you infused, man. My dog. It's off the chain.
Because
you infused.
Jeez.
Oh, that is good.
Oh, man.
We love you.
Anyways.
You know, I say I was 90s, but I was probably more Kid Rock, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the 2000s, so.
I may be wrong, but I think that Father's Day already happened.
I think Father's Day did happen.
Yeah.
But I
So
think
you're
it's just
getting it
kind
for
of like
Mother's Day.
no, it's kind
No,
of
he's getting
like
it for his
gift.
birthday.
It's my birthday, and she said for
Oh, I
Father's
thought you
Day
said
too. But I think
okay.
she's just giving me a late gift. Yeah.
I got you.
Gotcha. She
That's what
told my
loving
wife
people
you're
do,
not
you
even
know?
excited about your birthday.
Say what?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I heard you weren't even excited about your birthday.
Me myself? No.
Yeah.
I don't really get excited for my birthday anymore.
Me neither. Kind of sucks.
We're
I don't
men.
know why.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
just-
We're men.
After a
I
certain
have
age, it
everything
just-
I want. If I want it, I just go get it.
Well, it's not even that. Like, I think my birthday, even growing up, was more than just gifts. But I just kind of, I just faded into another day.
Yeah. I get more excited
Yeah.
about, like, hey, it's mealtime. Let's go eat a good meal.
I get more excited
Hunter kind of
about.
That's
says
the
it like
excitement.
it's. Hunter says it like it's sad. Like to me, it's not that big of a deal. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I feel like it's because I'm not as emotional, so it doesn't matter as much. So then it just
Mhm.
doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for girls, it does matter most of the time. You know, and so then it matters. It continues to matter, and you failed
Mhm.
if you didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, a lot of times I don't really care. Half the time I've been broke, and so I logically think I don't want to spend any money on my birthday. It's fine.
Right.
But like if we're broke and it's your wife's birthday or your daughter's birthday, it's like, well, even if we're broke, we're going to do something because they matter. Like it goes,
Yeah.
it goes a different way.
It's a different thing. Well, I feel like
and that's
I
not
always
said to
like
make women
work on
feel
my
bad.
birthday.
It's just
like,
that's how guys are. We're okay with it usually.
Yeah. Well, I'm always working on my birthday or something's going on. It's like, yeah,
Yep.
let's just move past
Just
it.
I
happens.
think I'm a gift giver too, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I like receiving gifts, like of course, but I think I get a lot more joy out of giving people. So I
Mhm.
think that kind of like I get so much more excited about Natalie's birthday than I do my
Yeah.
own.
Well, hey, my birthday's June 27th. Ryan's is June 5th. And we are all about you giving us gifts. We would get
Oh, yeah,
excited
'cause you're a
about
giver.
All I heard was
What's
Ryan
up,
was
Michael?
June 5th.
Old Michael Dean, he said, "What's up, fellas? Just wanted to give him a shout out.
it. What's up, Michael?
Love you, bro.
What's up,
him.
Michael.
We miss you. We love you. And I don't
Miss you
look
doing
like
that.
that.
Doing that Rayma life. Hope you're enjoying
What's
it.
that? Raymond Life. Hey, he's shout out to Mike. He's posting some really good positive stuff on his Facebook, and it uplifts.
Yeah,
It's about Jesus.
it's good stuff.
So
Way to go, Mike.
shout out to you for making my day every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely seen some of his stuff. It's good. Good thing.
What do you guys think? I think the mic thing is a good segue for no reason to go into news.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it is. I think it's a good idea.
right.
Let's do that then.
Let's do it.
Mike's bringing the news. We're bringing the news.
We're bringing the news. Links for Geeks. Leaks for Geeks. All right, and now it's time for the Leaks for the Geeks. Your gaming news, setup, everything you need. And we got some pretty good stuff for you. Hunter actually helped me out this week on the news because life is busy when you got a kid on the way.
And because Hunter's just better at doing the news.
Well, he could be.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're live. I didn't mean to say that where everybody can hear.
Right. Oh, man. And Michael Dean says, here's the news. Shawn Michaels is trash. Well,
Wow.
He is retired and does have a broken back, so you're right. Ah, ha, 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 ha. He just knows that's my favorite professional wrestler. That's okay, though. Wrestler. Hunter, what kind of news you got going today? I know we talked about it before the show, but I'm going to act surprised.
Everything.
Go ahead.
Jeez. All right, I got you.
He's trying to. He's cutting out.
Oh, okay. I was reading the messages
I'm
that
waiting
popped
a little
up.
bit. So.
Yeah,
this
we hear you now.
first
You're
one-
good.
You got me good? Okay.
Yep.
This
Right.
first one is coming from GameSpot, the one-stop spot, right? That's the one I like to use.
Right.
Huh?
And you're cutting out again.
Am I really?
No,
I don't
you're
tell you
back.
guys, I haven't had problems with this
It's okay.
in
You're back.
You're back
several
now.
weeks.
You're good. I'm
Okay.
just reading this guy over here in the chat calling us dweebs. Something about vitamin C.
Pretty much.
Mediocrity on Twitch TV. Scurvy Nuts Lemon.
Nice.
Or Lamont.
Thanks, Scurvy.
Sounds like
Scurvy.
somebody we should be listening to.
Yeah. He seems like a real good critic. Love you, Scurvy.
Hey, any
So-
attention is good attention.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bring it on. Share with your friends. Tell them how nerdy we are. We'll take it.
What do
We're
you do
huge.
with the... All right, so first article I got, this is the first news. Since Game of Thrones launched their last season yesterday, PlayStation is offering a free Game of Thrones PS4 theme, and it's in the U.S. only. So that is something you guys should check out. The Game of Thrones Season 8 premiere has arrived, and to celebrate the beloved show's return, Sony is giving away some free Thrones content for the U.S. PS4 owners. You can grab 2 avatars and a theme.
Is
All
it a
you
brother
need
and
to do-
sister?
I don't know what the avatars look like yet.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say that in this article, I don't think. You can grab 2 avatars and a theme. All you need to do is follow the steps below. Do you want me to give you the steps?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
So,
And we lost you.
We lost you.
Super quiet.
Rough.
Nothing.
We got nothing.
Nothing.
first to redeem on PlayStation.
Nothing.
Nope.
Nope.
We haven't had you the whole time since you
Nope.
started.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Frustrating.
Definitely your internet.
it is frustrating.
Definitely your connection.
Well, I
to
got
your
this
internet.
booster too. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah. Can
Yes.
hear you now.
Okay. Let me try that again.
Sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry. My fault.
It's all good.
Apparently. Okay, firstly, you got to visit Sony's website and sign into your PSN account. You'll be presented with 3 videos. Each will award you with one of the gifts. Once you've watched them, you get a code to redeem on PlayStation Store. This offer is unfortunately only available in the U.S. So any of you guys listening, Australia, wherever you are, I'm sorry, only in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or you guys could just use like maybe like a VPN, you know, unblock the area, act like you're logged in the U.S., do it, boom. It probably would work.
wow,
Ah,
Ryan's giving you details to be a criminal.
pretty much.
No,
He's
that is
pretty-
all completely legal.
He's pretty criminality. He hides everything he does from his internet provider.
Wow. So, Clinton, do you want to jump into the next article, or you want me to do
we'll
all
go
mine
for it.
first?
We will go for it. So we've been talking about Apple and some of the stuff Apple's doing. And so I was just going to share with you. I saw a little, we'll call it an update to what's going on. In late March, we announced that Apple was going to be starting an Apple Arcade's subscription-based gaming program. And so they promised 100 exclusive games to this product. Well, now it's looking like in reports it's probably going to cost them quite a bit of money. And from the report, it's saying it could be over $500 million on the service.
Whoa!
From paying for these.
You mean to get those games exclusive?
Get those games, yep. Get those games exclusively on Apple iPhone.
Wow, the games you read off last time were like games nobody knew, so that's surprising.
Well, that's the thing. But some of the stuff, so they announced some of the developers that are going to be making these games. So some of the developers sound more legit, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So we got, it looks like Annapurna Interactive is going to be there, Bossa Studios, Cartoon Network. So that's one that I could see for kids and stuff. Definitely take off for them. You got Fiji Giant, Klee Entertainment, Konami is getting involved. So we all know Konami. Remember Konami from back in the day? I know they're into like, what do you call it, slot machines now, doing things like that. But looks like they're going to be getting involved, and Sega is going to be involved. So
okay.
Anywho, there was some others on there, but they weren't as I don't know. I don't want to say relevant because they may be relevant in the future, but you know, I didn't
That's
recognize who
interesting.
they were.
Because from what I understand, Sega is owned by Xbox now, or Microsoft. You know, but
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Microsoft
that's
may be
interesting.
willing to help. I mean, it may be an entity where they kind of let it
right.
run
Yeah,
its
that's
own
what they
thing.
do. Separate. Yeah.
But yeah, so things are heating up. You know, you got Apple doing that, and they're going to have competition when you come down to like Google Stadia or Stadia, what we talked about, and then Microsoft has their Project X Cloud, which is going to be similar to the Google streaming service. So, just more.
Is Project X Cloud is going to be different than like a virtual console? It's not going to be playing your Xbox Live games, because I did hear about an Xbox Live thing that was going to kind of cross platforms.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
It might be a part of that. It just the
Okay.
article mentioned xCloud. I haven't done a lot of research into it.
I haven't either on that one. We
Yeah.
need to look into that one. Maybe we can for the next one.
Yeah, so if those of you in the chat know anything about it, feel free to throw it in there. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. But for Apple, but they're definitely going to be paying a price to get this thing off the ground. I mean, they can afford it, but geez, $500 million just to start something that may go over like a fart in church. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if
That's a lot
that's
of
just
money.
for their licensing and stuff like that, and not for the whole building of the platform. That's probably
That's
just
got to
for
be
the
the
contracts.
licensing. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot more than that spent into the whole thing.
Oh
You know?
yeah. By the time, so hopefully they'll make a little money off of it and get going. I mean, obviously they're kind of like Google. They have quite a bit of funds just to throw at it and not really, worry too much in the beginning.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. You want to take the
Cool.
next one, Hunter? Or you want me to keep on going?
Yeah, sure. We'll bounce back and forth, but
Okay.
a little rabbit trail real quick. I learned just this weekend on Saturday, I was talking to Pastor Ethan, and he was telling me that Halo was actually owned and worked on by Apple first.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, and Microsoft came in and bought it out and took the project, and it just blew up.
Didn't know that.
So one of the first preview screenings of any Halo gameplay was done with Steve Jobs on platform.
Really?
Sitting there showing it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
So think about if that and launched that through Apple.
Yeah.
What direction? It might have established a bigger gaming component in the Apple world.
Well, right,
Do you know
because they
what
don't
I'm
even
saying?
have a gaming platform right now.
Right. I
Right.
mean, they
Yeah.
mainly do App Store stuff,
App
but yeah,
Store,
they don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
But just, imagine, because Halo was huge. I mean, it really was. It took off, and you don't know any Xbox players that have never heard of Halo.
But see, I'm thinking of that time period, and I mean, I was a younger kid too, so I may not have my pulse on technology. But I think that was still a time where Apple was not household like it is now.
Oh no,
All the
probably
phones
not.
weren't out into the not everybody had an iPhone. It wasn't. I think
Right.
Blueberry and stuff like that was still out. So
Blueberry.
yeah, or Blackberry or whatever.
I love
Blackberry.
Your new name's Blueberry.
Yeah.
it.
Well, that shows you how much I pay attention to phones.
But anyways-
Ryan's the phone guy of the show.
Yeah. I thought that was a cool little fact there. I had
Yeah.
never known that.
I had something really interesting pop into my head and then just
Right.
flew right out. Like I think the big bad wolf came and just
Just
blew it
all
away.
out.
yeah.
You don't
But it
even
was
know
what
what
were
you're
you?
gonna
What
say.
was the first story you were talking about, Hunter? Real quick, just hit on, just in case my brain goes. That's what it was. What
The
was the
first
first thing
story-
you talked about?
Before Clinton told his story?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the Game of Thrones free themes and avatars.
Oh man, I don't know why. Okay, go on. Never mind. It might pop up later.
Lost it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, the second thing I'm getting into, man, it just kind of all fits together, segues together tonight. I'm going to talk about Xbox stuff.
You're cutting out. You might repeat
so-
yourself a little bit.
Oh, I was just saying everything went together. It's kind of going together tonight because the next thing I'm going to talk about is Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Halo Xbox, you know.
Oh, here we go.
so-
I just remembered. I'm going to interrupt you because
Okay,
this is
go for it.
This is funny. I'm sorry. There's this guy. You said what'd you say? The article you're reading from, GameSpot. You said that's kind of your.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
made me think of GameStop, and I came across this guy on YouTube, and I don't know how many days he did it in a row, but it was his whole YouTube channel was based off the fact that it was called. I think his YouTube channel. I'm just going to give him a shout out because it was so
Go for it.
different. I think it was called Sneaky Diver, and all he did is dumpster dive GameStops every day, day after day after day, 15-minute videos of dumpster diving. It had like millions of viewers and followers on
Looking
there.
for games or what?
Anything. He'd find like, little headsets and Wii controllers and, anything that they threw out, games, game cases, anything that was like worth something, he took it. And every night he'd go back and his whole deal, because he was the speedy, what do you call it? Speedy, what did I just say?
Sneaky diver.
Sneaky, no, it was Speedy Diver. That's what it was.
Speedy
okay.
Diver, okay.
Speedy Diver was like, I'm going to do all this without cutting the camera off in this 15 minutes. And I'm going to pick what's good and then I'm going to get out of here, before I get busted.
Okay. Okay.
And that's what it's. I watched only one video, because I'm not going to sit here and watch a guy dumpster dive for hours.
Right.
But I just thought it was funny how many viewers and comments and how much he got out of that. And the one dive that I watched, he probably found a couple $100 worth of stuff
Wow.
in the GameStop deal. And I was reading the comments, and there were some people saying, man, don't you have better time to do with your life and all this? And then all of a sudden there was one guy who said, okay, am I the only one who's like debating whether I should jump in the car and go down to GameStop right now? And then all of a sudden, like 50 more comments. Same here, bro. I was just debating what
Go
I
make
should
some
do.
money.
If I should. Yeah.
Or get some treasure.
Funny how things happen like that. And people
Oh,
are like,
man.
man, all of a sudden I'll be a diver, bro. Like that
Yeah.
looks fun.
He's
Yeah.
a speedy diver,
Yep.
jumps into the trash cans kind of like you jump into the
Yeah.
pantry.
Yeah.
I worked
okay.
I worked
Thanks.
with a girl one time who used to dive in the dumpsters at Ulta.
Oh, really?
Oh,
And get makeup and stuff, and then
Yeah, they
she'd
probably
sell
threw
it.
all kinds of good stuff out.
Yeah,
probably so.
she just list it on Facebook Market and sell it again.
Yep. Like, why throw it out?
Yeah.
That's what I didn't get. Like, a lot of
What
stuff
was
they
the
were throwing
point?
out in that box that they were going through at GameStop was like, still like, decent games that
Yeah.
people are playing.
Yeah.
Not all most of the best games weren't in their cases, but some decent games were in their cases, and it was
Yeah.
like, I don't have.
Well,
why
even
would they
if
throw them out?
weren't,
Maybe
as
they're
long as the
scratched.
game itself worked, you can always just get
Right.
a case and.
Yep. Anywho,
But I mean, those days are going to be going away within the next 5 to 10 years. I'm betting.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it is. Perfect segue again, Clinton.
Yeah. Thank you.
Perfect. Here we go. All digital Xbox One with no disk drive leaked. So, what we're looking at here,
You're cutting out there, Hunter.
an
Sorry.
article. Okay, my computer is actually slow too, so that may make sense.
Okay.
But yeah, so did you guys get the title, or should I say it again?
No.
No, we got it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, leaked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All digital
so
Xbox One
all
leaked.
digital Xbox leaked. So seemingly confirmed the long-running rumors and reports. Images of a supposed all-digital Xbox One that has no disk drive has emerged online. The German website winfuture.de obtained the images, which
Okay.
appear to be a form of European retailer. So I guess these leaked over in Europe. and they've been pulling them off. Based on the sales art, it appears Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, and Forza Horizon 3 might come pre-installed on the console with a 1 terabyte hard drive. Bear in mind that this may only be one version of the all-digital Xbox One that Microsoft is planning. Pricing hasn't been announced, and bundles tend to vary based on the region.
Interesting.
So. Yeah.
That means no discs.
Yeah,
we download only.
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
Fits right in with the whole closing down of the GameStops and all that.
Right, right.
Yep. Interesting.
It is really, really interesting.
For sure.
We'll see where it takes us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, there's been some gaming stuff going down. We don't really talk about esports, but I think with time we're going to get more into esports. I think that's something we've talked about, trying to keep up with some stuff that's going on. We're not good enough to be esports players, but we definitely know that the gamers out there like esports. It's a thing.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah.
Speak for yourself, bro.
Huh?
Speak for yourself, bro.
Hey, I played Apex Legends with you.
Hey, I'm slapping.
You're slapping, slapping. So the Fortnite World Cup was underway this past weekend.
Oh really?
Ooh. Yeah, yeah. So the first week wrapped up, and the prize, the final prize, is for 30 million biggins. Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
We're in the wrong business.
In the wrong business. Yeah.
$30 million to the winner?
That's what it said on the article. So
that is crazy.
Unless they mean that it's like spread out amongst the finalists, I don't know. But still,
do you know what's crazy about that? I'm pretty sure Tiger Woods took home $11 million for winning the Masters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it is. I mean, I know these professional game guys. I've looked it up before for like the guys that are up at the top, and they're making at or more than professional sports, like regular athletic sports.
Like over
which I guess if they're at the top of their sport, what's the
over in Korea and
what's
stuff,
the difference?
like they're like rock stars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like everyone's all about it. So it's definitely a thing. But so the Fortnite World Cup went down, and we talked about this guy in the past, I think. But there's this Twitch superstar named Tyler Ninja Blevins. I don't know if you guys have ever seen him.
Yeah, Ninja.
Ninja. Big Fortnite player. Well, he lost his qualifier match the other night, so he didn't place high enough. But there was a little drama that unfolded over in, where was it that said it took place at? Oh, at Retail Row. So I don't know if you guys have played Fortnite, but there's a spot called Retail Row. And I guess this guy, to kind of set the stage for you, this guy was doing what they call screen snipering. And so he was watching Ninja's live stream from Twitch and then following him on the map. And so Ninja even went out of his way to like go to hiding spots that he knew the guy wouldn't know that he's at, and somehow the guy's still following him and stuff. And so the guy followed him for like 6 minutes straight. And so anyway, he ends up killing the guy, Ninja does, and then basically just tells the guy to suck his D, and it's kind of a big a big deal, in the sense of everybody liked it. All his fans kind of went nuts over it. It's kind of like he got his groove back, So he may not have won the qualifier, but he definitely got in there and got the last
so people
lap.
aren't freaking out on him and telling him he's horrible for saying
they liked it.
Okay.
When I first read it, I thought, oh yeah, I bet he's in trouble, right? But he's not.
So if you know the backstory on Ninja, though, when he first started out doing his Twitch and streaming, he was very vulgar. I mean, F this, F that, F it. And,
I've seen that.
And then he did it. I don't know if it was around the same time where he started cleaning up his recording and his mouth and stuff. But he did some content with Dude Perfect.
I've heard of
and Dude Perfect is family friendly. They don't
Right.
allow that stuff. So
Right.
I think after he was on that show, he cleaned up a little bit, and there was actually an outbreak and outrage from his fans saying you aren't, cursing anymore. You're not being yourself,
Right.
and basically getting on him for not cursing and cleaning up his mouth and stuff. So I thought that was weird. I mean, like, really?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Even if you're into that, like, why are you freaking out that he's trying to be better? And
right.
Well, it's not about better
clean up his
because
mouth.
it's not about to be better and open about trying to be better. A lot of times people don't freak out then, right? Because if it's like, hey, if that's your choice, that's the way you go. But what they think is these guys, when they get big, they go, okay, how can I reach a larger market? So then it's not about yourself. It's just about the money.
Right.
And so they start taking away some of these things that narrow their market so I can be more available to more people. And that's why they get on a show like Dude Perfect. And so then your original followers who were into the F this, F that, F the planet,
yeah,
they're like, wait a minute,
cheating.
bro. You're
Like,
ditching us. Yep,
yeah.
you're cheating on us.
You sold out
so
and leaving
that
us
kind of
behind.
vibe usually.
Yeah.
So
Not that I agree with it. I'm just saying that's usually the reason why they
Yeah.
get upset about that kind of stuff.
I mean, I get that, but I think I really feel Ninja had a following alone without Dude Perfect that he didn't. I mean,
Right.
it's the same thing with you look at PewDiePie. He says questionable things still, and he still curses. He's in one of the #1 channels on YouTube, so it's not like he needs to clean up his mouth to reach more people.
Yeah.
Right.
But is he excessive? Because I've watched some of his stuff, and he doesn't seem too excessive.
Well, I think he used to be more, but YouTube's actually come out with some guidelines, and they don't want you saying stuff like that anymore in the videos.
Oh yeah,
So
it's worse than that. Yeah, they've demonetized all kinds of his videos.
So they're trying to clean
just because
up
he's
their
at the top
videos.
of the views, his money went way down because of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, in fact, they targeted him more than most people because he's up there.
Yeah.
To make an example out of him.
It kind of sort of takes away the creative freedom, though, don't you think?
Yeah,
It does.
I agree.
I agree with you, and I agree with PewDiePie on
Because
some
that
of the
was
stuff
kind of
he
YouTube's
says.
whole deal back in the day was like anything could get posted in a sense, as
But-
long as it wasn't like someone dying on camera. You know?
All I was saying for Ninja's sake is you don't know, even if you're the closest fan to him, if he's just stopping cursing because
Yeah, they're
he
just
wants
assuming.
to better himself.
Right, they're just
You know,
assuming.
whether you agree that cursing is bad or not, it's just kind of blah that's coming out of your mouth. So if you want to clean up your content maybe and say more meaningful things through your whole content, I don't think you should be mad at somebody for that. But,
Right.
that's just the world. I mean,
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was a whole rabbit trail. Just I didn't know if you guys knew that. That's
Yeah.
kind of why.
No, I didn't know
That's
that.
all right. That's right.
good.
That's
I was
probably
gonna-
why people are all like, "Yeah, he's back," because after he said something like that,
His pack, that's what they were really excited about,
Mm-hmm.
and people were
Yeah.
going off on, just in the comments. But I was going to show just
Kinda
a clip
ridiculous.
of him playing real quick, if you guys are cool with that.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Get it going here for you.
Suck a dick, dude. Literally, the fattest one you can find. I want you to just literally just shove the whole.
So that's his response. It was pretty good. Anywho, he was getting a little graphic there, so we cut it off. But definitely let the guy have it. Hey, but if the guy was screen watching like that, I would say he probably deserved it.
Yeah.
I mean,
and almost like the timing of him throwing back that drink kind of fit right in with the deal too. I got you.
Anywho,
and so here we are laughing at it.
I know.
What's wrong with us?
We're guys.
Shame on us.
And that's part of the show. We're Delirious Dads. We never said we were perfect. We just said we will try to be family friendly.
Oh yeah. Well, who determines what's perfect?
Yeah. Well, there's people out there that do think they determine what's perfect.
That's true.
But we're definitely not one of them. So in other news, this one's kind of the big cherry on top for me, is there's some PS4 or PlayStation news, I should say. So I wouldn't say it's so much news as it is kind of more like leaked rumor within the industry. And so,
But nowadays most leaks are kind of
there's quite a bit
pretty
of truth to it
legit
usually.
nowadays.
Come from somewhere.
Right. So I wrote
Unless it's
some
fan
notes
fiction.
down on this one because there were just quite a bit to talk about. I want to make sure we kind of cover it all in a formatted way. So the PS5 release date has been leaked.
PS5, you said?
PS5, PlayStation 5, which I'm kind of like, dang, well, I'm still catching up to the PlayStation 4 here, But no, they're saying it's coming out. Looks like PlayStation Plus subscription is going to be changing to a tier system. So there's actually going to be a tier to the membership.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said. And so they're not really giving out details how much the tier system would cost, but it is...
Xbox 360 used to be that way, right? Because you could buy
have
silver or gold.
Yeah.
Silver, you could download arcade games. Gold, you could actually play online.
Right.
Now silver's free, right?
Right.
And gold is what you pay for.
We're
Right.
talking about Elite Gaming here, though, Ryan.
Yeah.
We're talking about Microsoft Gaming.
Okay. I'm just asking, is that what
Wow.
you're talking about here by tiers, though? Like something like that?
Something like that, but I don't think it's going to be something as simple as download or playing online. I mean, there might be a very cheap version of that, but from what this sounds like is it's going to be like if you pay that top tier, you're going to get some extras. They're going to sell you on some exclusives, some bonuses.
Yeah, there'll probably be more free games and stuff like that on the store and everything for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so the leak is kind of acting like it's going to be rolling out with the PlayStation 5. Like this is going to be something that they change for the PlayStation 5.
Gotcha.
And so according to the leak, the rumor is it could be coming out March 2020 or November 2020. That's kind of the range right now that they're thinking that this PlayStation 5 is going to roll out.
March or November, that's a pretty big gap.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
but I can't believe if it truly is going to be 2020. I mean, that seemed fast, like a fast life cycle for the consoles.
Right.
How long since the 4's come out? Because I was out of the loop for a while. I think it's still been, 5-6 years?
It's actually, it's been quite a while.
I guess it has. I guess when you're an adult, time just kind of goes by fast.
It sure does. It sure does.
So maybe that's why it feels fast. Because I haven't saved up enough to just get another.
I bought mine right when me and Natalie got married. And so coming up on 3 years, and it had been out for a while too when I got mine.
Okay. See, I kind of got mine once it was out for a while as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's been out about 5 years, so we're looking at 6 years, which is still short in comparison to the 360, right? And the fact that there's already been other PlayStation 4s come out that weren't just like smaller and slimmer; they had upgrades to them.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of went back to their old model of let's put something out more often. We're going to do VR, then we're going to do this, then now we already got a PlayStation 5. I don't like that. Yeah. Just being honest.
It was hard to keep up. It's just that. Yep. I mean, business-wise, it makes sense for them because they're going to make tons of money off of it.
It's that Apple mentality.
Yep. That's exactly. Yep. That's the model.
And I'm more like, you're making me want to go PC.
But that's just marketing, bro. I mean, you look at anything else, it kind of stinks because consoles are so expensive. You get in the store. How many different brands of stuff is there in the store?
So that's where I get into the PC mentality of, man, it is almost worth just saving up, getting a really good gaming PC, and it's going to last me. Because even if there's upgrades, well, this game can still play that game, that kind of stuff.
Right.
But Express Online is another news rumor thing, and they're saying they heard the similar reports that it's going to be March 2020. So that's kind of what's been leaked around. It's saying that the higher tier price is going to have exclusives, early access, beta, so that the kind of what we're seeing on PC, where we can go into Steam and play these early access games. This is going to be part of that max tier. You pay for that max tier, you're going to get to play these early beta games.
But aren't people already doing that on PlayStation 4? Don't they get to play beta games nowadays?
Nah, I mean,
not as much.
They've had some that they've released, but it sounds like if this occurs, they're probably going to roll that back. Does that make sense? They're going to say, to
separate
play
the two.
it, you have to have this. Yeah.
Yep, I get you. Okay.
They're probably going to sell people on that.
I don't like it.
And then I also didn't know this, that Sony's skipping out on E3 this year. The big E3 conference where everyone announces their new games and stuff. They're not going this year. So now they're saying later in the year at one of these smaller conferences, it'll be possibly announced. So that's really weird. Because they're not like Blizzard.
Sony's not?
That's what it says on here, that they're skipping this year.
Wow.
Like all together or just on this announcement?
Maybe just on this announcement. Here it just says they're skipping. It doesn't really specify.
That seems kind of crazy if they skip the whole thing.
If they're skipping everything.
But I feel like if they skipped out as a company, that would be a bad investment for them.
Well, they could be skipping out, but that doesn't mean that the other game companies aren't announcing games coming out for them.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay.
You know, like
there's just nothing new on the actual Sony front.
Right.
Maybe.
Like, well, let's say The Last of Us 2. They could have their own little stage for that and still represent Sony in that, but Sony not exclusively be there with equipment, things like that.
Gotcha.
To put on a stage show. So the PS5 specs, forgive me because I don't know how to pronounce all these because I'm not real good with it. But the specs is going to be, it's going to have a 7nm Ryzen 8-core GPU, a 7nm Navi architecture 14TF GPU. It's going to have 24 gigabyte of GDDR6 RAM and come with NAND flash 2 terabyte hard drive. And there's rumors also that fans will be able to play games up to 8K resolution. So that's the rumor mill. And then also,
I mean, are we really moving to 8K TVs already?
Apparently, if this is true, if these rumors come out to be true. And then also they're saying that the PSVR is going to launch in 2020. The PSVR 2 will be launching with this PlayStation 5.
Oh, really?
And so they're saying that the PlayStation VR 2 is going to have a bigger, better resolution. It's going to have a resolution boost. It's going to be a wireless headset. It's going to have improved field of view, and it's going to have built-in headphones. So to me, the wireless thing's huge. And also in the article, it says that the PlayStation 5 is going to have a built-in camera for the PlayStation VR.
Very cool.
I wonder what that's going to be like spec-wise, the new VR.
Yeah, I don't know, but it definitely sounds like they're going to be going after maybe trying to step it up into the PC level of VR. Is what it sounds like. So
pretty credible source, though, where you're getting that information from?
This was from express.co.uk.
Okay.
So it was just a news site that was announcing it. So, I mean, it seemed legit because that wasn't the only website reporting on it.
Right.
It was on several others. So
I mean,
I checked it.
A rumor
because
is
at first
a rumor.
I was like, is it a rumor? Is it just a rumor? And then I saw these other sites posting on it, and I was like, well, it must have some weight to it. And like Ryan said, usually it seems like these days, when it's technology rumors or game rumors, it seems like there's
some
at least 70%
Mm-hmm.
truth to it, right?
Right.
So,
Well,
but yeah.
the thing that kind of threw me for the loop was that 8K TV. Like, is that something that's even been announced as a thing yet? Like,
Yeah, I've heard
it's
them
a
talk
thing.
about it. On a lot of things now, like even the
Yeah.
Google Stadia is talking about the fact that they're going to be able to support 8K very soon.
Okay.
So
I
it is
didn't
kind
know
of
that.
weird but it just seems so soon. Like I think there's like one 8K TV out that you can buy that I've heard of,
Right.
and there's been 8K projectors for a while for like theaters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Well, and it could be at this point where they, with the whole PC argument type stuff, it could be at the point where they're like, hey, let's just beef it up, make sure it's ready for the future, and let's just go crazy with it.
yeah,
It could be
yeah.
that.
I just on that one, like there's a big difference in 4K and 1080p, and I know there's going to be a big difference in 8K, but 4K is amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know
it's-
how it gets any better than 4K.
4K is still mind blowing. It seems, and we always complain like, why do these guys hold these things back until later? Why don't they release the best now? But like in the moment right now, I'm going like, why are they releasing this? We already have 4K. It looks great.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where my mind goes a little bit. Like
And
I'm just now getting used to having 4K, and they're just now making like where you get movies and stuff downloads and different like in 4K.
Right. I'm
Like,
just
that's
now
not
getting
common
to enjoy
yet.
my 4K TV.
Right.
Finally.
Yep. Not very many people even watch movies and stuff like that in 4K.
But that's the thing of once they roll out 4K, it's kind of like with HD. You went from 720p to 1080.
Yeah, real quick. That's
real
true.
quick, and so
Like almost the same time.
it's almost like once they
for those
integrate that stuff, then it's just like a plug-in. Boom, you just off to the races and running. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But the article also said that rumors are saying it's going to be priced at $500. So
Okay.
I mean that's a pretty normal price range for a newly released console. But
I
that
feel
seems like a lot of power for $500.
Didn't the PS4 start at 600?
$599. Yeah,
Did
I
it?
think it did. I think the Xbox
Mm-hmm.
One and the PS4 were $599.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm
I
not
remember thinking,
mistaken.
"Oh my gosh!"
Yeah. I would know because
Interesting.
I don't think
That's
I
a
bought it
rent
till it was
payment,
like
boys.
$400.
Yep.
So, yeah, but I definitely thought that was something to talk about. Seemed
I'm kind of
interesting.
thinking, the console days were already over, almost. To be honest,
Mhm.
like I thought we were kind of shifting to like a new
well,
updatable, even
I
for
really-
PlayStation and stuff. Like for them to come out with a different kind of maybe
mm-hmm.
platform that's more like a PC. That's kind of where I thought things would be going next.
Well, and that's
So
the thing.
surprising.
We don't know what this PlayStation 5 is going to be, right?
Right. Yeah.
If they're putting tons of power into this thing, it could essentially become more of a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
true.
already kind of can now. But the biggest deal is they're going to have to get past their cross-platform issues. You know, Sony's going to have to eventually let their guard down and let people start integrating and cross-platforming.
Swallow that pride.
Yeah. Yeah, because I truly think eventually people are going to get tired of just being on that one network and can't play with their friends. It just the way the world is nowadays, I think there's just everything's so expensive. Your phones are expensive. You know, anything electronic is expensive, and everything seems to have a subscription-based model nowadays. As far as to use it on the internet, you have to pay a fee. So it seems like the cross-platform is going to have to eventually take off, or Sony may get left behind.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on
I
it.
hope at least the cross-platform grows. I mean, there's enough gamers out there that you don't have. I don't think you have to keep super exclusive. I don't think that's the future path. I think there's people game on everything. And you might as well make it cross-platform. It's like they keep it singularity to keep people with them. And it's like, no, people stay with you because they like your console.
Right.
They, Xbox
If you're
guys
making
like
good
Xbox
content,
and
they're gonna
PlayStation
stick with
guys and PC guys like PC. You're not gonna have some PC guy only stick with PC because there's a PC exclusive.
And in some cases, I think it
could,
it could save you, because if Xbox knocks it out of the park on the next iteration of their console, right? Say it's the biggest thing ever, but I'm a super Sony fan over here. If I don't have to make that choice of all my buddies are playing on Xbox right now, I can still play PlayStation, still play with my buddies. Then I get to stick with my PlayStation. So
Right.
Yeah.
you know,
Gotcha.
yep. Yeah, so interesting gaming news. I think it was really good.
I got one more.
Oh, you do?
I do.
That's right. You have three.
Shoot
For
it.
some reason, I thought you had two.
It's not really news, but it'll be quick because I just wanted to talk about. It's a game for PlayStation.
Okay.
And we're always on the zombie kick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've talked about all these zombie games. I want to talk a little bit about Days Gone.
Okay.
And if you haven't seen anything about this game, it's a zombie game where you play as a character on a motorcycle. I've seen a lot of pump-up videos for it, and I'm getting super pumped for it.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, it's coming out April 27th.
Okay.
So let me give you guys just a couple updates on it, kind of what to expect in the game. It's got a list of things here. Our hero is Deacon St. John. Play as John, a bounty hunter, facing a brutal struggle for survival while searching for a reason to live. The unique enemies in the games, in addition to hostile drifters, Deacon must face a wilderness overrun by dangerous and evolving freakers. So I guess freakers is kind of like Walking Dead's walkers,
Zombies,
right?
yeah.
This is zombies.
Okay.
As with any living creature, freakers eat, drink, hibernate, and build nests. Behaviors that Deacon must learn to adapt to. So, I mean, that there sounds freaky.
Yeah, it does.
They hibernate and build nests. Like, ooh, it's creepy.
So is it? I haven't looked at it in a while, just because it took so long for them to start developing the game, or get into development of the game. Is it going to be multiplayer, or is it only going to be open world single player? Like
it's open world single player. The idea was pitched, but Sony shot that down. So.
Oh, okay. So Sony didn't want to go with multiplayer.
They didn't want to go with it. Okay. Maybe someday. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like
it just seems like a game like that in a multiplayer universe would sell like hotcakes.
Right.
Throwing a little battle royale with it, since that's big right now, So now the players are dealing with zombies and each other. Go for it.
Yeah, might as well throw it all in one pot, and it can just be all mixed.
Yep.
It'll be good.
Yep. Unracist.
Yep.
Mixed unracistly. Yeah.
Mixed up.
So it is an open world zombie game.
Okay.
But it's also survival.
Okay.
So I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of like.
So it's got like a Daisy, Rust kind of vibe to it.
It says the world is a unique setting, adapt to quick environmental changes inspired by the harsh high desert of the Pacific Northwest. 1 minute, Deacon is riding through a dense alpine forest or snow field with lush meadows, and the next, he's fighting his way through harsh desert lava fields with caves.
Okay, so some terrain variety.
Yeah.
Different environments.
Looks super cool. A couple more things here. A harsh open world. Using the power of PlayStation 4 and Unreal Engine 4, Days Gone offers an incredibly realistic and detailed open world experience. Immerse yourself in a vast and hostile environment and explore secrets. Search abandoned vehicles, houses, trucks, stops, and towns as you scavenge for resources.
Okay.
But be careful. Day and night cycles, along with dynamic weather systems, all affect gameplay and enemy behavior.
We talked about the Unreal Engine 4 last time and how amazing, the graphics are for that and everything. Sounds like this game's probably going to be pretty data intensive in the sense of it's made to be graphically intense. Is this for PC and everything, or is this exclusive to anybody? Or you might have already said that and I missed it. Or do you know?
I don't know that. I can look it up real quick.
I thought it was PlayStation exclusive, but I could.
That's what I'm thinking in the back of my mind.
Okay.
In fact, I mean, where I'm looking all this stuff up is on PlayStation.com, so that makes me think it's a PlayStation exclusive.
I'm pretty sure it was an exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while you're looking that up, Joshua Honeycutt, on our Facebook stream says, and he's referencing our conversation about cross-platform. He says, but at that point, what's the point of having multiple console companies? So, he's saying on the other end, really, why even have the different companies? So, I mean, in that way, it's kind of a good point. How would you, as a company, if you do cross-platform like that?
I think it's your operating system, right?
Yeah.
It's like, there are exclusives to Mac, but a lot of people buy a Mac because the way Mac runs.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, And so people like Xbox because the way Xbox is set up, the ease of use, the dashboard, stuff like that. And actually, Xbox lost a lot of people to PlayStation because PlayStation, not because they got better exclusives when PlayStation 4 came out, but because they actually changed their platform. The way their dashboard operates and stuff became more intuitive. And so a lot of people like, why do you use Steam instead of Origin? Because of Steam's exclusives? No, because we can pull all those onto Origin. I use Steam because Origin sucks. You know what I mean? And so there's still a competition, in my opinion, between the different providers in the sense of what they provide. Like, how is this provided? How do you access your games? How do you download your games? Right. How well does the system work? How well do our graphics produce? You know what I mean? And so all of those things still, I think, matter. Just like, we got different brands for PC, but they're not exclusive. They pretty much all run Windows 10, right? And we can run the same programs on every PC, but people still have their preference in their PCs and in their graphics cards and their processors, all those things because of their performance.
So maybe it's just it would be more of a resistance to getting into that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. They don't want to become PCs because that's true. If you play that game, then maybe you are more just like a PC than you are a console. Yeah. So I get where he's coming from on that end.
It just seems like as Microsoft embraces it, though, it's really going to put Sony at a crossroads at some point, I would think, because anything that's exclusive to everybody seems to be a good, route. Because like even with your mobile games now, people can play on mobile. They can play Fortnite, PUBG, these kinds of things.
Right.
And so if Sony ends up being the only people over there with their little crew, it's a little different than like Apple and Android, right?
Right.
I think gaming's a little bit different in that sense. But I mean, heck, I could be wrong. Could be totally wrong on that.
Well, in a sense, I can use my Apple phone to call Ryan on his Android still.
Right.
Yeah. I can't connect with him on Xbox right now with my PS4.
Right, but in the beginning, Apple did, and it still is, you can't call me on FaceTime. There are some things that are exclusive. And I think it's okay, I guess, to have some things exclusive. Just don't make it all about exclusive games.
Right, but at the same time, I can... Right now, I could Skype you on my phone, too, even though you don't have an Apple. There's ways around it. on this.
Well, yeah,
whereas-
and not only that, like say Borderlands. Borderlands is on everything, right? It's on PlayStation, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, so Borderlands is on everything. So if it's a game that's not an exclusive, then we should be able to cross-platform.
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay, you have your own exclusive, like FaceTime, and that's your own exclusive. But let's make the non-exclusive ones cross-platform. What's the difference?
That's a good point.
That's kind
That
of...
makes sense.
Well, and
I feel
like
like that makes a lot of sense.
one game that is doing the platforms or cross-platform is like Fortnite. So the way that it works is Sony's letting them do cross-platform with PC. Okay.
Right.
But the trick is they will not let you play with an Xbox player online.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But
and
that-
same thing for
but
Xbox.
That's
So
not
it's-
true, because from what I researched before, you could be, if I host the party as the PC guy, I can invite my Xbox friends and my PlayStation friends, so we can all play together.
It won't let you.
Really?
Yeah, you can either invite all your PlayStation friends or all your Xbox friends.
That's boo-boo right there.
Yep.
That stinks.
We tried it with my cousins
Oh, really?
and stuff. Yeah, and I was like, nope, doesn't work.
That's
So
crazy.
It only allows one console party, so to speak, in the lobby. So they block them that way.
So Days Gone is a PlayStation exclusive.
Okay, that's what I thought. But it still looks really good. So if you got a PlayStation, definitely
it
worth
out.
buying. I'm betting because they've been working.
Well, now
on
that
it
I know
for
there's a
long while.
PlayStation 5 coming out, I'm probably not going to get the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can come
Like,
over
we've
and
been
play
talking
with me.
about it a little bit.
Well, and
now
then,
I'm kind of
then
like,
you kind of wonder, Xbox and PlayStation are always right there when they release some consoles.
yep.
I always wait though. So if there is a 5, it'll probably be a year or two before I get it. You know.
Yeah.
the
Well, I mean,
price will go
nowadays
down.
it's probably the better choice.
Yeah, but maybe I'll just wait to buy the 4 till the 5 comes out. Because then the 4s will go down.
It'll drop.
And they'll come on sale.
Okay, so
I'll
here's
go buy me one.
here's a question: Will they let PlayStation 4 be supported? Like with 360, it just ended up getting phased out. Same thing
Yeah.
with PlayStation 3.
I think
They could eventually get it to where they really are doing tiers of consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that eventually, I mean, it may take a little longer than the 360 and stuff, but eventually, yeah, it'll phase out.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't need to completely though. As I guess my
Well, yeah, but think about
like I got
mean,
a gaming PC from 2011 that's still rocking. It
Yeah, I
doesn't,
get what you're
doesn't
saying.
run everything at max, but I'm still able to play with anybody that has a top-notch gaming PC.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got phased out yet.
right. That's a little different though, right? Because you use platforms on that as opposed to online on PlayStation or Xbox is supported completely through them,
Well,
right?
yeah. I mean, in that sense, it is.
So if they
But
choose
I'm
to
saying,
just shut it down,
But it's usually always, but it's usually more so. It's not because of the online part. Because I can get on Xbox 360 right now and still get online on those games.
Right.
And I
Do
can
they
still
s-
use Netflix.
do they still make games for the 360?
No, they don't make any games.
Okay,
for it.
that's my argument there.
But I'm saying that argument's irrelevant because there's games on PC that have a lot of tiers to their graphics. And so you can scale it based on what you can handle.
What you're playing. I get what you're saying.
I'm saying consoles, Sony and
Why not release a
Microsoft
game that still works
could
on all of them?
release- Yeah, they could have a very low graphics quality, so the guy on the
Okay.
360 can keep playing.
Well,
and the guy up here on the Max, that's what I'm
we
saying.
were talking about two different things. Should they? Probably yes, but will they?
No.
Doubt it.
They want to make money.
No, yeah. yeah, that's true.
Right.
That's funny.
I think we're on the same page. You just thought I was arguing a
Mm-hmm.
different point. It's okay.
Hey, shake hands.
Shake hands, spit shake, little blood oath.
Mm-hmm.
It's slapping.
A little slappy. Well, slappy makes Pappy happy.
All right, so are we ready to go on to gadgets and gifts? Is that
I
where
think
we're
we
at
should
after
after
we
that
are.
comment.
Slappy making Daddy happy? I'm sure you were talking about high fives off of the movie Trolls. And
Yes.
Nothing other than that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
The only reason that Hunter thinks it's bad is because we make other jokes about it. Like, obviously, it was snuck into the movie.
Are you talking about
Some
Humphrey
people would disagree and just be like, "You guys are just wrong. Your head's in the gutter."
Yeah.
They were just being funny.
Oh my goodness! It wasn't that funny, was it?
Listen, I don't need to know what makes Pappy happy. Okay.
Chocolate is what makes Pappy happy. We must
All right,
get
Big
right
Clint,
down
roll
to
that transition.
it. All right, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Are ye scurvy dogs? Where's me Luta?
Alright, guys.
Dogs. Where's me?
We're back. Usually Hunter does the gadgets and gifts. And I think it's been about babies a couple times.
Right.
And then today I'm doing the gadgets and gifts. And I decided to make it about kitchen stuff. Because kind of like in tribute to Hunter not doing it, right? Because Hunter does the what's cooking good looking. And so I thought, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it on Hunter's.
His segments. And just keep taking
that's exactly
his specialties.
So I was
a little bit disappointed, so I'm hoping you prove me wrong here.
What were you disappointed in?
Snap.
Kitchen stuff.
What are you talking about? What I cooked? Am I cooking last time, or what do you mean?
No, well, you were just like, we're going with certain types of gadgets.
Oh, okay.
Theme. Like a theme.
You were disappointed in the theme.
Like when I knew you were doing it, I was like, oh, we're going to get some weird, like some Ryan nitty-gritty, weird sewer stuff, you know?
Oh, I didn't know how weird we wanted to go. I guess next time, now I know the bar's been set. I will step it up.
Well,
so this time, guys, just stay tuned in. It'll be disappointing, but you can bake it through.
No,
okay?
I don't think it'll be that disappointing. I think it's more.
It's no big deal.
Like I feel like what you want to do is probably more serious than what I thought you were going to go with. I guess is what I
get
say.
you. Yeah. I didn't escalate things quickly. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, the first one here that is not as serious as Clint was thinking was going to be, or is less serious than Clint was thinking it was going to be.
I'm going to try to go into it with an open mind, folks.
Hey, this is called the Easy Cracker. Okay.
Okay.
I know what it is.
All right, let's do it.
Like you already know because you've seen it, or because you know?
I've already seen it. I'm pretty sure.
Clint, what do you think the Easy Cracker is?
Ooh, what do I think it is?
Has nothing to do with your back.
Oh.
At
least you know what category it fits in.
Easy Cracker. I feel like it's like a machine that you load like the mustard or the spicy mustard or the cheeses, and it just kind of just cuts that sucker or slides it, you know, and then boom, it's on your cracker. I didn't even have to pick up a hand. You just load it like a clip.
Oh, it just loads the cracker.
Loads like a clip, and then each little cracker goes up, and it just comes by and just adds the layers, you know.
That makes sense. The Easy Cracker doesn't make crackers easy. It makes cracking easy. So it's for eggs.
Cracking eggs.
Yeah, it's for cracking eggs, okay?
Okay.
How
do you spell that, Ryan? How do you spell that?
Easy Cracker. As in literally.
Wow.
The E and then a Z.
Easy.
And then CRACKER. It is. It looks pretty complicated for cracking eggs, just to be honest, right off the bat.
Is it like scissors?
No. It's like it has like a scissor device thing, but then it has two little cups that hold the egg in place, and then a little razor blade that cracks it and pulls the two parts. Yeah. And so if you were to watch a video of it, it looks amazing, but at the same time you start questioning, do I really need help cracking an egg?
Right.
Because really my hand is the original Easy Cracker, because eggs are not hard to crack, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe it takes a little bit of practice, and nobody wants to put that work in these days, you know? But in all reality, my mind says an egg is very easy to crack. I've never had so much trouble that I've gone, man, I wish this was easier, you know, like those infomercials, and kind of rub my head like,
I'm going to load it up while you're talking. I muted it. I muted the sound. So I'm gonna play it on the video so they can see how this thing works.
Perfect.
Because I like
the
that.
Easy Cracker.
Here's my issue. While you guys are watching this out there on our live chat, don't you think, like Ryan was saying, it would be just as easy just to use your hands?
Well, they're showing it. Look right here though. They're showing the examples for you, right here, of all the fails in this video. And I know the people.
Oh, of it not working?
Yeah.
Well, who cracks an egg like that? No, he's saying like they're cracking.
Oh, people failing because cracking eggs is so hard. Yeah. Well, that's what those infomercials always do.
Yeah.
They make it like, oh my gosh, it's so hard to clean up milk that's spilled. You know?
Uh huh.
Like who cracks an egg that hard?
Clinton Stanley cracks an egg that hard.
The only one I see that I could make an arguable statement for this is if it is really good about keeping shells out of your bowl.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
But the crazy thing where they're just smacking an egg on the side of their stove. Come on now.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Hey, they
Okay,
just showed a woman eating a muffin and pulling out an eggshell. That's never happened to me in my life.
No,
Pretty sure that
never.
gets cooked out. Like,
I don't think it gets cooked out, but I don't even know that you notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, okay, so it got a 3.3 rating, so it's not just horrible, guys, okay?
okay.
But I am going to, my first thought matches up, because I raise chickens, right?
Uh-huh.
And my first thought matches up exactly with this first review that's on here. It's a 1-star review. Guy says, stupid waste of money. Way to start off good there. He says, it does not work, but after using it, it is more work to load the egg, crack it, and clean it up than it is to just crack the egg and throw the egg away.
That's what I'm saying.
Very, very simply. Okay. Also, if you do not have the exact size egg with the proper thickness shell, it will not crack the egg. So if you've got like a brown farm egg or an extra large egg, it doesn't even work. It just drops the 2 halves. It doesn't pierce through the shell properly. And so, I mean, even if it was the best egg cracker ever on the one kind of egg, you've kind of limited your whole market there. So that was my first thought, because my chicken's eggs, they're real thick. You know, the shell is thick and they're big. And it looks like this thing's made to fit a very specific shaped egg, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
By this brand, so it should have been sold with a egg company, like that sold the eggs, and like, hey, with this specific type of eggs that they're developing.
Yeah, there's another review on here too. Basically says, hey, don't you know the world's going organic, and this doesn't work with organic eggs, you know, because the shells are too thick. They're healthy.
That's
and yeah, most people are kind of trying to eat more green and whatever, not green, but you know, less antibiotics and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, next one. I like this one actually. And I'm gonna let you guys just go ahead and figure out exactly why it's a horrible idea without reading any reviews. That's kind of my route here. This is called, let's see if it even has a name. I don't think it does. The whole name, because they didn't want to come up with a clever name. Shot glass ice mold. That's it. It's shot glass ice mold. Then it says cool 4-cup silicone tray. Great for summer, party, home kitchen events. Guys, okay, this is a shot glass made of, or an ice tray made of silicone that when you peel the ice cube out of it, the ice cube is the shot glass.
What? Okay.
You get? Are you picturing what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah. So this is like,
And so
man,
then
we
you
don't
pour
have
it-
enough shot glasses. Let's make some
Right.
ice shot glasses.
Well, yeah, and we want it to be super good and super cold, right? And so we're going to pour it into these cubes of ice that are our drink now. So what do you guys see going wrong maybe with that?
Well, melting.
Melting.
Oh, wait, ice melts?
Yeah. Especially when you hold it. Especially when you hold it in your hand. The warmth of your
Not
hand.
only that-
just-
I feel like you get one use out of that.
yeah. And you get someone drinking,
Maybe.
you know, that's like getting drunk. They're gonna actually.
Oh, you're definitely getting one use. Remember, okay, listen, guys, you're at a party, and how many shot glasses do you go through, or how many shots? Right, you don't go through shot glasses because they're reusable.
Right.
So,
Right.
how many shots do you go through at a party? Tons. I mean, you're gonna have tons. This thing makes 4 shots.
And we know how
Literally.
long it takes to freeze things.
Yeah.
Freeze
Right,
water.
and so everybody's just sitting there, man, I'm already down off of that, you know, waiting for the next shot. Okay, now think about this too. If you really need to chill your drink, it's not cold, right? It's like because you went to the liquor store and you came home or whatever, and your alcohol's not cold. So yeah, as soon as you pour it in there, it might not even make it. That was my first thought, because if your stuff's ice cold, most people don't even want ice to be in it unless you're making like a mixed drink or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got those old people that
here's
drink
another-
like brandy with the cubes of ice down at the bottom of it, but not when you're pouring a shot. You don't, you know,
Right,
you're not mixing
that's what I was
water
gonna
into
say.
it usually.
Right.
Well, when you're doing a shot, you don't need it to be cold.
That's true. I mean, I don't know that I even care. I'm not a big drinker.
Right.
I didn't think about
Well,
that.
back in my old days, like, you're taking a shot, it's going down in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
cold.
So who cares?
Yeah.
I
What's
get
it
it.
matter?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
put up
for-
on the screen so people can see some of these. I really like how they decorated up the ice cubes, like as if those ice cubes you had all the time in the world to decorate them. That's what I like. It's like, oh, look at this. We put a little umbrella in this one, and we put a little leaves and stuff around this one.
Yeah, they're not melting.
And,
They're not melting at all.
Not
Because if you
melting
want
at
an ice cold shot, it must be hot outside.
all.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, so the first 1-star review we have here, total waste of money. Unless you live in the North Pole. By the time you pour a shot, it starts to leak. Don't bother. I mean, that's literally what I thought when I first saw it, too. Okay, is this thing even going to hold it?
It's like, what's the point?
The other one says, this is even better because I didn't think about this. As soon as you pour anything into it, it cracks, right? Because that's what ice does.
Yeah.
And so it not only looks like melts, it splits open when you pour the drink into it. And I'm thinking, wow, I'd be so pissed if I ordered that.
Mm-hmm. The prices on
anyways.
here are crazy too, like $11, $15.
Yeah, they're not very cheap. Yeah, some of them at least make
I'm
more
gonna
than
pay all
four.
this money for a glass that's gonna disintegrate in my hand.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but these people are making money on it, man.
Oh, I'm
We
sure
need to
they
do
are.
this. Okay, next one. You might have heard of this one, Hunter. And actually, I'd like kind of a chef's input specifically on this one. Because for me, I'm not a chef, but I do like cooking. And it just seems like there's no way, right? And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This one's called, and this one's obvious by its name, okay? It's called the Robo Stir.
Okay.
And so, what is that, probably?
Is it like a
Robo-stir?
device you put on the side of your pot and turn it on and it stirs for you?
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
kind of cooler than that. It's if that was all it was, it wouldn't sell. But instead, it's gimmicky, right?
Right.
And so it's got 3 little silicone legs. They're metal legs, but with silicone rubber mats on each leg.
Okay.
And it actually stays upright and balanced in your pot. You hit the power button, and it stirs your pot. Like it crawls around in your pot,
Okay.
kind of like as it spins. Gets over the edges, and I watched the video for it and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking, would that really work, one? And if you had any kind of actual thickness, like gravy,
Yeah.
or if you had any kind of food, do you
Mhm.
think that thing would actually stand up and not just tip over and get completely covered in whatever sauce or whatever it is you're making? And how many things do normal people cook that need to be stirred continuously?
Mm-hmm.
Chefs do
Yeah.
have some things like that. But
That's what
chefs
I was
aren't going to
saying.
use this device. Normal people.
No.
No.
My thoughts on that are, like you said, if it's thick, like how is that thing going to have enough power to turn?
Mhm.
Just think about it, like when we did the podcast on making like chicken and dumplings or
Mhm.
chicken
Mhm.
and noodles. There's a lot of chicken and
Yeah.
noodle and
Mhm.
all that in there. So how's it going to be able to turn? I'm kind of watching the video while I'm talking,
Yeah,
so I can get an idea.
I've actually got it posted up here for the viewers too of how it's supposed to work.
And then two, I do agree. Yeah, that's a little weird. I don't. It shows everything that it's showing though that it's stirring is thin. you
Thin,
know?
So nothing
Um,
thick, nothing with chunks of anything that's going to get in
The
the way
only
of
thing I
stopping
can
it.
think about is if you're making like a reduction sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say that is because those sauces need to be boiling for a while, because that's what they do. They reduce the water content comes out of the sauce because it heats up, it becomes steam, and then your sauce thickens. So
Mm-hmm.
that
So
could
maybe
be the
for, like,
case.
A very specific use for a very busy chef.
Yes,
You
But-
could use it.
even still, a lot of your reduction sauces. Well, I don't want to say all of them, but a lot of the ones you do when you use fruit to do a simple syrup or something has so much sugar in it that it doesn't stick and burn on the bottom anyways, unless you just like torch it, you know. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you'd see this device on an episode of Worst Cooks in America.
Right, right.
you
I'd
know?
have to see it. I'd have to see it in person because my mind says that if the sauce was very thick, what would make it where the top doesn't just spin?
Yeah.
Like, why isn't the top just spinning and the legs staying still? I don't understand how that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not thinking
The
about it
reason
right.
why they don't do that is probably because you want, like I said, on that reduction, what's going to burn first is the bottom.
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is what's keeping the top of that device from just spinning, the whole motor portion, and
Oh,
the
gotcha.
legs You get what I'm saying? Like, what's making the legs go? There's nothing holding the top.
motor's staying still because there's
like if you were holding it, that's what makes a blender work, right?
You couldn't put those in a thing of mashed potatoes or something.
Yeah. Wouldn't the top just spin?
Just rip
That's what I would think.
Rip your motor out eventually with enough pressure.
Okay, let's see. I don't even know if I've got any kind of like reviews on here. Let's see real quick. Here's a. Oh, yep. First review is exactly what we just said. 1 star, and it says has trouble with gravy as it thickens. Oh. So basically, as soon as something is thick, it says, which doesn't make sense because this is when you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because that's when you need to stir.
Yeah.
It says it can't handle jams or jellies, which would have been nice because you have to keep it from burning and have to cook them for a long time.
Right.
So basically, everything that is the situation you would need this device for, it does not work in.
Right. Because if you look in that video, you see a lot of like it looks like stocks and.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See,
newsflash, as long as you don't have it on 400 degrees and just walk away from the stove for an hour,
the stock
aren't going to burn.
Yeah.
It's water content.
Well, see, that's why I'm glad we have you, because a lay person like me that doesn't really cook at all, I watch a video like that and be like, oh, that's super sweet.
That's amazing.
I wouldn't in my mind think, oh, look at the consistency of the
You
sauce.
delirious dads out there, that's what we do too. The ones that don't cook, because not all of us cook. Like I cook a little. Hunter cooks a lot.
I definitely wouldn't.
Not
look
all
at
dads cook much.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at the roadblocks that could be involved with cooking.
No, and so then you'd buy it for your wife like it's an awesome gift, and as soon as your wife sees it, because she cooks every day, she's going to go, wow,
yep.
This is stupid.
How much?
But she's not going to tell you because you're so proud that you just bought her a time saver. So next time she says, why aren't you helping? You can say, I did. I bought you the auto stir or whatever, robo stir.
How much did this delirious dad waste on this product, Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
What's it priced at right now?
It's actually priced at only $10. I mean, it looks like it would cost more. Yeah.
So it's going to cost
Amazon,
me.
It's $10.
It's going to cost me more to get an ice shot glass or to get an egg snapper.
Yeah.
Than to get this. Okay.
Yep.
That's interesting.
It is.
And this has a motor on it, you know?
Yeah.
The other one, you just pour water in it and throw it in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And they're selling
my rating on all these so far is not slapping.
No.
It's not slapping.
Definitely not slapping or mixing.
Okay, this one is kind of a... I think I closed it out. Yep, I did. Nope, I'm going to skip that one. I'll just hit on it real quick. Doesn't matter. I saw a device, guys. This is how lazy we're getting as people. You know how baristas, they do like the cool looking like swirls in the top of the foam of the coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a device that does that instead of the barista doing it. It's like an electric deal that you put your cup in, you select what kind of swirl you want in the top of your cappuccino.
Wow.
And it does the swirl.
Interesting.
Anyways, we all know what's wrong with that, laziness. But that brings me to the next one, which is the ultimate lazy. And I can't believe they made this. But at the same time, I wish I made it because I guarantee it sells. Okay? This is called a, let's see if I can find an actual name on it. I'm going to, here, I'm going to highlight this. They're calling it on this site, and I'm going to look it up on Amazon because I thought I already did, but I didn't. They're calling it a motorized ice cream cone.
Okay.
Now, what do you think you would need a motorized ice cream cone for?
Because I'm too lazy to twirl the cone around in my hand.
Yes, it literally spins the scoop of ice cream, so you can just hold your tongue out.
That's a whole other level of it.
Well, the ice cream rubs your tongue, bro. Can you believe that?
You put the cone into like a contraption that spins it for you? Is that what it is?
No, it's just a plastic thing that looks like a cone. It's not a cone, right? I mean, you don't get to eat the cone. You get to miss out on that whole portion.
Yeah, part of the ice cream is that nice waffle cone.
Yeah, that's like one of them. Or even the, whatever you call the other cone.
The sugar cone.
Yeah. And folks, just so you know, Hunter doesn't mean whacked as in, you walked up and whacked someone with a bat. He means it's whacked as in stupid, crazy,
And just so you guys know, it's like twice the size of a normal kid cone. Even though it's got the shape, a hog wild is what it's called. Right? Okay, it's a hog wild motorized ice cream cone. And guys, it's got 4.5 reviews or 4.5 stars.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, by 4 reviews.
So, got me. I was going to say, wow, it actually works.
That's what I thought at first, too. It's got no bad reviews because it's only been bought by 4 people. Gotcha. So we're not even going to read the reviews because those people who made that review, I don't believe them. You know why? Because if they're lazy enough that they want an ice cream cone that spins, they did not go on Amazon and make a review. Someone else made those reviews.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
We're going to discard those.
I like it.
That one was the height of laziness for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, some people... are we okay on time? I've only got 2 more. We're good?
Well, my family's headed home this minute. So.
Okay. I'm going to shoot these out, and if we
All
fit
right.
them, we fit them.
Okay.
No big deal.
Sounds good.
Just in case you don't like the spherical shape of a boiled egg.
Stop.
Okay.
I can't lie. This is how this is worded. We have now the yellow egg cuber.
Cuber. Okay.
This is a device that you can crack your egg into before steaming or boiling it, so you can have a square boiled egg when it's done.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Why? I don't know. It's called a yellow egg cuber cutting tool. Okay?
Okay, I got
And it gives you a... Here, let me make sure I'm even reading this right. This gadget squashes your egg. Oh, you're not boiling it in there, guys. It's just, you really need to take out some stress. Take your round egg after you've boiled it, and you put it in here and squash it into a square, which anybody who's ever made a boiled egg knows that would just mean a completely split open white and a crumbled yellow. There's no way that would stay whole, and then you'd be able to slice it into the little squares. I don't believe that for a second. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, though, because we've got 36 customer reviews, which is decent, and it's a 4-star item. Like, why are people buying square eggs?
It cuts it into a bunch of tiny cubes?
No, it'll cut it into little slices, so you have little squares that are slices of boiled egg. Like, who decided, hey, I would really like to find a device that makes my egg square and cuts it? Like, that seems like, I don't even understand.
It's definitely something Clinton would do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to see what this good review looks like here. If you need, oh wow, like some people need it. If you need or want a square hard-boiled egg, this is for you. Works exactly how the instructions on the box said. Drop a peeled but still warm hard-boiled egg. Larger eggs are better. In the cuber. Then put it in the fridge. Then presto. You have a square egg. Wow, so this isn't even like a quick process. If you got to really want that square egg, you put it in there, you let it chill in that shape so it kind of solidifies that way, I have no idea why I bought this. Thank you for being honest. It's not practical. You can only make 1 egg at a time. Still, I love this thing. I plan to buy at least 1 more. I guess I need to square my squares. Wow. Wow.
That sounds like a Ryan review right there.
That's funny. Well, at least they were honest. They bought it and was like, why did we do this? Oh, well. Okay, got 1 left. This one, the name says it all. It's called the Fat Magnet. What do you guys think it does?
Fat magnet?
I think it pulls over
Fat
Ryan
magnet.
Maddox.
Yep, it's
It
made for
pulls
me.
out-
I hear you.
It pulls out fat content from meat.
Or I'm thinking like
Okay.
from the body, maybe. Like you use
No,
it
this is
like an
kitchen
extra
stuff, buddy.
Like, oh, that's right. We're sticking to a theme tonight. Okay, well, in that case, yeah, it's going to pull fat out of meats and things of that nature.
How? How would that work? Anybody who has any kind of scientific mind?
How would
we
it
suck
work?
fat out of
It
meats?
doesn't.
Well,
It doesn't.
For one,
Exactly.
yeah, for one, fat's not doesn't have a magnetic system to it.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it would be more like a grounding, like rubber.
Like if it heat. Well, I would think the only way you could pull fat out is if it heated it up somehow.
Mm.
But
It's quite the opposite.
really,
Okay. It's not like the George Foreman, right? That's what I thought when I saw the name. Well, they just come up with a new name for something that pulls the fat out, when you're cooking it and drains it off the bottom and everything like a George Foreman grill and stuff like that. No. This is literally a handle. Looks like like one of those little back massagers. It's got like a little handle on it and then a fat plate on the bottom of metal. Okay? You you get this plate and this whole item really cold, and then while your food is still hot, you're going to skim the top of the meat, and it's going to congeal the fat. I can't make it up, guys. I can't make it up.
The only way
Listen.
I feel like this would work is with like ground beef or something.
It says you skim the surface. Listen, it's so simple. Simply freeze, then skim the surface, and fat is gone. It's that easy. Yeah. Okay, I understand their concept. They're saying it's so cold it's going to make the fat harden on top of your meat, right? And then you can just scoop that off. But then are you not also cooling the meat you just cooked down before you ate it? It sounds retarded in its concept on its own.
Now,
sorry for using the word retarded, guys.
No, but now, okay, so on this product, I'm confused. Are you talking about like you scoop, you run it over like a pot of ground beef or something? Or are you talking about like a steak? You can put it on top of a steak.
It doesn't say.
Okay.
It just says simply freeze, then skim the surface, and fat is gone. Easy to handle, easy to wash. And this is $19.99, so they're wanting high dollar for this one.
Wow.
And
so
clearly the reviews are in, and it's not hard to find a 1-star on this one. Okay. I'm very disappointed in the quality of the materials. You've already thought too hard about it, lady. This feels like something I would buy for a child's toy. The metal is very thin, like foil. So the liquid must be cooled quite a bit for this to be effective. Otherwise, the metal heats up instantly and picks up no grease. So yeah, that's what they're saying it's doing. That metal is going to cool that grease, make it kind of glob up, right? Mm-hmm. And then maybe it is talking about maybe on the top of liquid or something like that. This one, he was very wordy. He said, great idea, it didn't work. This one says, doesn't work on any level.
Okay.
Just in case you wonder.
Okay. Here's my issue with that is, like in the restaurant industry, if you make a soup or a stock, to get a higher grade soup or stock, you want to get the fat out of it because you don't want to be super oily.
Right.
But what you do is if you cook it off, and say I make a stock or a broth for an hour or two, and then I pull it off and let the whole thing cool, and I throw it in the freezer, well, that fat content's going to rise to the top anyways and get hard.
Yeah, then you just scoop it right off.
Then you just scoop it off. You don't
need
a metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you could achieve the same thing with some tinfoil.
I think they're acting like this is going to be so cold that you can cool the top fat that's on top instantly and scoop it off, which is stupid because you're putting it on liquefied fat, which is hot. Like it's so hot that this little piece of metal is not going to get. Yeah, not going to happen. No way. And so there's your ideas of the day, guys. And too bad the fat magnet doesn't work on human beings.
Yep, that's right. Well, after hearing those, Ryan, I definitely think that the invention I brought up to you earlier before the show could have a chance.
Would sell, yeah.
Yeah. Man.
I think if you market it right, anything will sell.
Right. Apparently. So.
Well, we are going to wrap up this thing, I think. You have anything else, Hunter?
I don't think so. It was a good day. I loved that episode. It was great.
I enjoyed it. Went a lot smoother for our live video fans out there compared to last time.
We got started a little late, but it was all smooth sailing after that.
What do you think, Clint? I know you have got your kiddo home. All we need you for is one word. Stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
That's why I was wanting to try to wrap it up earlier to get the intro, the outro done. But that's all right.
All right. Let's do it.
Hey, but at least, when we're talking about eggs, at least you didn't lay an egg. That was a pretty good segment. So I got to give you credit for that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And hey, you know what? I think we all have a shot at doing some pretty good stuff on this podcast.
I've known we have a shot.
He's talking about the shot glass.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Wake up and smell the petunias.
Yeah, well,
Get that fat magnet and get the fat out of your ears so you can.
Yeah,
quit being.
That's wax, not fat.
Quit being a square egg.
Wow, that's where you're gonna go with it. That's the best you got. Okay.
Yeah. Well, guys, had fun and stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
Stay gaming.
You alright, buddy? You look like you're about to pass out.
Thank you for listening to the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. For more information on our product, you can visit our website at deliriousdadsgaming.com. Also, be sure to check out our Facebook page, where we give up-to-date information on the show, on what's going on in our lives, and news within the gaming world. Please be sure to share and like our page, as we want to try to grow our community and our audience. You can find our podcast on podbean.com. We're also located on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. Thank you for listening to the show. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for listening to the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. For more information on our product, you can visit our website at deliriousdadsgaming.com. Also, be sure to check out our Facebook page, where we give up-to-date information on the show, on what's going on in our lives, and news within the gaming world. Please be sure to share and like our page, as we want to try to grow our community and our audience. You can find our podcast on podbean.com. We're also located on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. Thank you for listening to the show. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for listening to the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. For more information on our product, you can visit our website at deliriousdadsgaming.com. Also, be sure to check out our Facebook page, where we give up-to-date information on the show, on what's going on in our lives, and news within the gaming world. Please be sure to share and like our page, as we want to try to grow our community and our audience. You can find our podcast on podbean.com. We're also located on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. Thank you for listening to the show. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for listening to the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. For more information on our product, you can visit our website at deliriousdadsgaming.com. Also, be sure to check out our Facebook page, where we give up-to-date information on the show, on what's going on in our lives, and news within the gaming world. Please be sure to share and like our page, as we want to try to grow our community and our audience. You can find our podcast on podbean.com. We're also located on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. Thank you for listening to the show. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for listening to the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. For more information on our product, you can visit our website at deliriousdadsgaming.com. Also, be sure to check out our Facebook page, where we give up-to-date information on the show, on what's going on in our lives, and news within the gaming world. Please be sure to share and like our page, as we want to try to grow our community and our audience. You can find our podcast on podbean.com. We're also located on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. Thank you for listening to the show. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for listening to the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. For more information on our product, you can visit our website at deliriousdadsgaming.com. Also, be sure to check out our Facebook page, where we give up-to-date information on the show, on what's going on in our lives, and news within the gaming world. Please be sure to share and like our page, as we want to try to grow our community and our audience. You can find our podcast on podbean.com. We're also located on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher. Thank you for listening to the show. We look forward to seeing you next time.